What's this bullshit? Okay, I think I clicked rotate it. Oh, why is it asking me to do that again? Oh, why is it asking me to do that again? Wait a minute, I just need to check something. Annoying. Signed off to. Um, yeah, all right, it's working, fine. Seems to be working. Right. Don't know how many people are going to be about because I kept forgetting as well, it's 4th of July, so but the majority of the people that watch are actually from the UK. I know it might not sound like it. I mean, I think I basically forget that too, but that is the truth. It's like half UK, like a quarter are like America and Canada, and then the other quarter are different parts of the world. But that is the majority, what it usually says, like the whole time. Um, right. So, how's everyone doing? I'm good. I'm like the Phoenix Rising. I'm always like that, and a Scorpio moon because that's the astrology in my chart. But yeah. So um, let's put in the bits and bobs in case people are. Again, I hope people are coming because it's a wee bit boring if it's. Well, I don't know. Sometimes it's quite good to do it myself because then I can just get it done because it's Friday night kind of thing. But I'm excited to do this. So if it's longer because I'm chatting, that's fine too. You know what I mean? Every cloud and all that. Right. So the usual, what I'm putting in here is the details if you want a paid personal at the end after I've done the collective. You might not need to because the collective might be yours. Often is the way that as the people that people are really resonating with what's coming through. Right. But again, on the old Scorpio 8th house one, you might know what to claim it. If it's a spicy union kind of thing, you'd be like, yeah, it's mine. But if it's the kind of secrets and, fuckery, you might be like, oh, that's not mine. Right. How will I celebrate? Oh, God. Um, what is today? I'm going to make it exciting. Someone will win, except that's adding to the ones I've still got to do. No, I'll do it because I am getting them done next week. So yeah, there we go. But so I've put someone will win a 15-minute unlisted at random on Monday, right? On Mediumship Monday. But here are the things. I have to quickly speak to you live. If I've never met you before, I want to meet you, right? That's my rules. If I've already met you before, it's fine. I'll do it, right? Um, but you have to be there on Monday too to be in for a chance of winning it. There we go. See, I mean, I thought of I wasn't going to start doing them until there was more people, but and people that won it months ago, like I said before, I'm not forgot. It's always on my to-do list. Now that now that we're back at the refresh of my chart, then I will be having a lot more energy. Yes, better so that better that we go to things with recharged batteries rather than sort of pushing ourselves to do things when we're we know we'll have more energy later because that matters because the one I done today and it's for Sunday, it was about I'm still looking at the cards, it was about a workaholic. So I feel somebody that's a workaholic is completely burnt out. Whether you're the feminine or the masculine. Okay, so anyway, the reason I called it Scorpio 8th house, well, first of all, the Scorpio 8th house bit, if you're not here all the time, basically the way that I work through the signs is we've all got Scorpio, we've all got an 8th house. If you've got Scorpio in the 8th house, very spicy energy, and you'd be a super, super psychic detective, a bit like myself. But um, it's also the shadow. So again, there's nothing wrong with the shadow as long as you've done your shadow work and you've done your shadow integration. And also, you never stop doing it because healing never stops. Therefore, we always have to be aware of our own shadow as well as the shadows in others. You need to be aware that you have got, an ego, and sometimes your ego might get bruised, and you're capable of being not so nice. Shocker, but it's true in everyone. And um, be aware that everyone in your life that is meant to have your back and meant to be good people, they've got a shadow too. And so you know what I mean, the not so nice people that even you love can come out around it. And of course there's the people, there's just the general haters as well. But I'm just checking. Oh no, I've had my bath, so it's fine. I'm just checking. I was like eating avocado and everything. I had everything on my fingers, but they're all clean because I've had my bath. So but I do need to paint my nails, but I'll do that after. What else? Yeah, shamanic energy as well is what Scorpio is to me. But yeah, it's good at getting down to the truth of something, down to the root of something. So usually when we do the Scorpio 8th house one, it uncovers a lot of secrets, and notice secrets is in the title. So, and the thing about that is, so I've called it Have Faith because the first card was hoping, expecting, faith, manifesting. It's got all, she's in a sunflower field. So again, if you're here all the time, you know what I'm going to say. If you're not, this is what I usually say. Sunflowers to me are about growing up through adversity to face the light. You're going through the dark, you're trying to find the light at the end of the tunnel kind of vibes. This might link back to when I put the posts up the other week there about when I was literally going through a dark tunnel and there was light at the end of the tunnel. And then there was a lighthouse I saw that day too. So yeah, expectant, faith, manifesting. So I feel whoever this is going to resonate with, the groups, the unions, like you've been manifesting each other. And have faith because it's coming together in crazy ways. But this card's been coming up in all the channelings I've been doing recently. Cloudy judgment, illusions unbalanced, distorted, extra geeking out because as you see it says illusions clearing, Neptune retrograde in Aries. Neptune goes retrograde in Aries. When I was checking it, for us in the UK anyway, it's by tomorrow Neptune will be retrograde. So as soon as from tomorrow you could be seeing massive turnarounds in the way that you've perceived something, like maybe you just weren't looking at something how it actually was, or you couldn't see through the illusion, you couldn't see the truth of someone, all this kind of stuff. Can also go the other way where you could go into a bit of a foggy. It just really just depends. But you're going to see things from a different perspective. It's very much like how I always say, I've got 6 retrograde planets. So, it's not uncommon that I can see through most things that most people can't. Now, it's not that I'm the only person that can see through it, but it's, when it comes to definitely bigger things in the world, I am one of the few that can see through things that a lot of people, basically a lot of people around me in the physical, like I'd say next to none of them because you know what I mean, but not none of them, but you know what I'm saying. It's like I am an interesting healer because I'm used to being able to navigate, being able to see through illusions, confusion, and well, just basically I can spot a liar a mile off, but I can be around others that can't. So yeah, that's my gift. You know what I mean? I'm the friend that'll point out what you needed to see, but you maybe didn't want to see. And I took that from the shamanic deck, the one with the owl, because I do have owl medicine that I work with. But yeah, so, like I said, that's for everyone. This is for this reading, but basically, the cloudy judgment, the illusions are being cleared for everyone with Neptune retrograde in Aries. And then you might go into a bit more of a. I definitely feel a lot of divine masculines are going to go. Not all of them, but some of you, male and female, could go into a wee bit more of a confusing. Always do that. Confusion or confusing, distorted kind of karmic lessons when Neptune dips into Pisces again for its last little visit before it comes back out again. That's later in the year though. And also the big one today is Venus conjunct Uranus. So, and again, the last card that we got was secrets. I haven't told you everything. So we'll hold these up in case it ends up being the thingy, you know the score if you're here all the time. Maybe that. Hold up a bit higher in case. Yeah, so basically, yeah, secrets coming out with Venus conjunct Uranus. Now, this can just be secrets of how somebody feels about you, or it can be bigger secrets. And we're probably going to uncover what those secrets are when we use all the cards. So why is that not showing up? That's a bit annoying. Because that's the biggest one. Oh, fuck. Never mind. Well, so let's shuffle these now. And oh, that's awful about Texas as well. Again, sending prayers to that part of the world because it just flashed up on my phone. Catastrophic flooding. So wow, God. Right. So again, it seems like it's just in all parts of the world all the time. But right, okay. So just like the weather just goes nuts. But you see, right now, Cancer, Sun, water, Scorpio, Moon, deep waters, flooding. Interesting how that happens with the astrology. Right. What have we got? A wee scripture to keep us right. The Lord will keep you from all harm. He will watch over your life. And it's the faithful love of the Lord never ends. His mercies never cease. And the 22nd of March could be a significant date there. That's all I could see with the numbers. I mean, I just want to double check again. Yeah, I just thought before I carry on any further that you can actually hear me. Right. So let's burn a bit of sage. I've been burning the sage all day because I was filming the other ones. Like I filmed today, the trauma release ones that I'm doing. I filmed Saturday, Sunday. So, and again, the energy is so like the energy is just very. It's exposing a lot. You know what I mean? It's again, Scorpio Moon's always like that because Scorpio Moon is great for detective work and get down the bottom of things, but it's when the dark energies do the most. So, and I always pick up on it if that's going on, wherever it's going on. So, if there's any dark secrets around whatever I'm about to pick up on, they're going to come up too. So, let's just. If you're not aware, sage is the absolute best thing to clear the heaviest energies. And then I would come in with the Palo Santo for the lighter energies, and I like Florida water. But there's lots of different things that you can use, but that is always my go-tos. If I didn't have sage, I would use Palo Santo to clear, but sage is the preferred for heavy energies, absolutely. And then I'm just spraying a bit of Florida water for the angelic energies. Right, right, okay, let's just do the usual. So I always like to start most of the time with this deck because we're in a bit of a pattern of doing that. So this is the divine feminine's energy or the divine masculine's feminine energy, your feelings, your receptive side. What have we got? So this can be your energy, like I said, the feminine energy, the masculine, and you can all be male or female, or or it's the karmic energies. We'll just see. Judge, right? So there's been some kind of injustice, offering only destructive criticism, misusing business, legal, or criminal authority. Ooh. But yeah, I feel there is some kind of injustice coming to light because it was that in reverse. So we'll put that. I usually like to put these up here. So, oh fuck's sake, I really like this top, but all the elastics coming out. It's like I only wore it a couple of times. So anyway, you can't see that because it kind of blurs it out, but it just got stuck to the cushion. That's pretty funny. Right. It just feels like it gives Scorpio moon vibes. Do you know what I mean? A bit Halloweenish as well. And again, that is like the least favorite holiday that I like. I know some of you love it, but I don't celebrate that. Right. Feminine energy. Could you give us some of the feminine energy? It's Friday night after all. Oh, this is interesting. I read about two artists in the one for Sunday. And this has got artist. Using talent as an excuse to mistreat others, posing as the starving artist to elicit pity. Oh, we're getting this is shadowy cards here. Expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the five senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. Right, we need another one. So somebody is posing as something they are not, and it feels like manipulative energy. Again, shadow of the energy that we're in right now. Scorpio moon would be manipulation of the darkest kind. Pioneer, child divine. Ah, right. Okay, I get it. So if you're the divine feminine energy, you are some kind of male or female. You are a pioneer doing passion for creating. Basically, you've got a passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. So you're different and unique, and you're shining your light to help highlight where others are being manipulated through their own childhood wounding. Innocence, purity, and redemption suggests a special connection with the divine, but it came out reverse, an inability to defend oneself against negative forces. So again, I can't help that this happens. It's like, it's like when the power animals come out that are my power animals, the guides come out of the animals. And yeah, this is what I do too. So again, don't about the pioneer bit, that's been a bit too, what I mean? Well, anyway, but and pioneer as well, it can just mean you're bringing new ideas that haven't been done before, but that is what divine feminines are doing. You know what I mean? Like, and also, it's quite interesting, like in my unique astrology, there is something that says that the unique way that I explain things can even become a bit of a reference point for people. And that has become a thing over the past 10 years. Like, so many people say to me, they actually got a passion for learning astrology because of me talking about it all those years ago. So again, that's always um again, that's I don't know what to say, but it humbles me. Um, but yeah, that's what I feel. It's similar to me. It's like somebody that highlights manipulation around your trauma, like where you're more vulnerable to it. So again, could be anything from like what I do, talking out about things like that, or obviously that's not all I do, but helping people with trauma. Or this could also be like you could have wrote a book, you could have a podcast, you could want to do these things. It's something like that. Again, all divine feminine energies are in that energy, so we are all going to be kind of similar, but not like so similar, like not copying energy. But fuck's sake, if there's any of that going on, that bloody card's going to come out because it comes out every time, doesn't it? So let's see. What have we got for the masculine? But also the masculine's got that in them. So the masculine is also a pioneer, and you also have the ability to highlight uh, what is being done around people. You know what I mean? Help them with it. So even if you went through that yourself, you'll help people with that in the future. So masculine, king, came out in reversal. Excessive feelings of entitlement, rulership without restraint. So I think basically what they're trying to say is this masculine was in their ego, they're going for an ego death, and now they're becoming enlightened, benevolent leader, benefiting those in charge. Yeah, I was kind of going that way because remember, the guides and God just speak through me. Like I feel you're pioneers and leaders of the new earth. Quite a big statement, but that's what I feel. You're here to be pioneers, kings and queens of the new earth. That might be the title. Can we get another one? But the masculines had to go through a major ego death before coming the hero. It's the hero's journey. That's so funny. Passion for a journey of self-empowerment. Yeah. In the shadows, escapism, a false sense of heroism. But yeah, so I feel it came up upright though. This masculine has had to go through a massive ego death to become the king and the hero. Wait a minute. I'm loving that for the. What did we have again? Let's do that, right? Because that's like the Neptune retrograde, and let's put like this king is hoping you're on the same page or something after coming out of illusions. It'd be funny if that ends up being that when I haven't even done the reading yet, but that's sometimes how it goes. Right. Just want to check. Come on, people. Is everyone busy in America in the Yeah, that'll do. If that seems like the strongest one. Yeah, it was a throw up between Sunday night and tonight, and I thought, nah, I just want to do it tonight, and then I've got Saturday, Sunday myself. Right, let's do the block now. So, what is the block then for in the past or presently? Because when I've been doing other ones, I've been doing it as the present block. What is the present block or the past, present, future is what I read for the feminine or the masculine's feminine side? Pent up anger. You have unresolved feelings from your past that make you resentful towards others. Oh my God, this again, look, they're not going to shy away from going into the shadow when it's a Scorpio moon. So in the past, divine feminine, I mean, it says it. I don't even need to read it. In the past, hello Beck, how are you doing? In the past, you've had unresolved feelings from the past that make you resentful towards others. And I'm assuming the person you were resentful towards was your twin flame. That's what I'm that's what I'm feeling. Although it could be that you've had pent up anger towards karmic people. This is where you were in the past, right? So, and also bear in mind it has got an angry man on the picture, and but the man can be the feminine or the masculine. You can be same sex, blah blah blah, all that shit that we know. But yeah, this means emotionally the masculines had pent up anger as well, or they could still have it. So to give you a bit of an insight into if this might be you or not, or your person, but it's you and your person if it's resonating. Masculine twin, and we pulled masculine twin releasing lower self a few times today, at least for the one for Sunday. There's just loads about people coming out of manipulation, a spell, actual spells in some cases, but manipulation is a spell manipulation, same thing. You couldn't see properly, cloudy judgment, which unfortunately can link back to what I've just done about the archetypes. You could have been around people that manipulate you from childhood. And then that brings in the family aspect for some, not everyone, because Cancer season that we're in right now is the family. So Jupiter and Cancer expanding all these themes. Give us the card. The masculine doesn't want to tell us. Getting crumbs. Oh, it's that one. You deserve more than crumbs of affection. Wait for the one who adores you. So that came out the other day. The masculine, if you're the masculine, male or female, in the past you settled for crumbs. You didn't go for what you wanted. You went for what was comfortable. So you didn't push out yourself out your comfort zone. Out the comfort zone would be going for your divine feminine, and you didn't do that. It's the same story that comes out for everyone, but that's the story. But now I feel with that, wait for the one who adores you. I feel your self-worth is improving, and you're now realizing. I think actually emotionally this group of masculines could be angry at themselves that they settled for less than what they deserved. They self-sabotaged. That'll be interesting if a card comes out about sabotaging. Not talking, you aren't communicating your needs clearly. You need to discuss how you feel. And again, I think this group of masculines could be angry because they didn't speak up. They didn't say how they felt. I'm wondering, see, because it's Scorpio, like this could be that it's going the way of they didn't speak up and say how they felt, but they tried to do things to get your attention. I feel it might be that. So let's go to these cards. So that's everyone has value. Oh, that's lovely. What I just channeled. I'm not even using that deck. Don't know if I'm even going to use it tonight at all. Right, so there's not many of these cards here, but I'll trust that it's the ones that need to come out. What have we got? What have we got as like a either a past or a present wound? Because that's the thing. For some of you, this is your past energy. For some, it's where you are now. So it's for you to know that. And I hope it's not your future. Depending on what comes out, there might be a good card, but this has got some not so nice ones. What have we got? But just be aware of that. If you're the feminine, it does mean at some point you had unresolved feelings from the past that you needed to clear, and you were accepting less that you were accepting less than what you deserve. And again, it could have actually been from the masculine. Like you could have been accepting crumbs. Like for instance, you might have just been happy with this person popping up now and again in your life and, you know, getting crumbs from them. But usually with true twin flames, you're getting fuck all because they ran away. So that's why you got to know the difference between true twin flames and karmic energies, because karmic energies come in and out your life frequently. You know, they might go away for like 6 months or something, they'll come back. That's love bombing and like narcissistic behavior. Twin flames tend to go away for years, if not like a decade in some cases. Right. But like I say all the time, for your personal situation, book a personal such book a personal situation, book a personal reading, and it's more than a reading. Everything I do is reading, clearing, and healing energy, and soul retrieval. So, but I just use a lot of cards to do that. Um, some sessions, some of the Zoom sessions, I don't use cards at all actually, or like more than likely I'll pull like one at the end. There's true story. I've done some sessions like that because people need to talk, they need to be heard, and that's when we do the clearing. Right, feminine, victim consciousness. So again, be very what they're saying here is right, you know, because again, your thoughts are creating your reality here. So it's like be very careful you're not falling into this victim consciousness, because you know right now's energy is rife for that, because cancer, the shadow of cancer is sadness, it's depression, it's your feelings, it's, you know, it's crying, it's all things that are very clearing and healing, amazing energy. Because cancer is also lovely stuff like cozy cuddles, cups of tea, family, people that feel like soul family, loving, nurturing, mothering. But we're not talking about the loving side just now. We're talking about the trauma, because the shadow of cancer is also trauma. So, and then, so with all that sadness mixed in, you could also feel the pain of the Scorpio moon right now, along with the fact that at some point the moon in Scorpio is going to be conjunct Black Moon Lilith, creating. Now, this is, I say all the time, Black Moon Lilith, the way a woman describes Black Moon Lilith, and the way a man describes it, vastly different. I always find it quite funny. But to me, Black Moon Lilith can be about empowerment, and it's about you finding your voice, to be assertive, to speak up against things like that, or to not, you know, basically put your boundaries up. But Black Moon Lilith can be dark too. Like if you choose to go to your dark side or your unhealed shadow, you could be an asshole, basically. Do you know what I mean? Or use stronger words, whether you're male or female. So, you know, divine feminine, with this sort of pent up anger and victim consciousness, if this is your past, I'm imagining you've worked through it. If this is your present, just be mindful of that. Because again, like I said, I know I'm going really serious, but it's because the shorts, if the shorts that I've channeled for the weekend, and I've channeled the next week's ones, basically the next sort of 10 days ones, they actually did seem very in line with the real astrology. And there was a lot of just the references I made. I think that one's been released. The references I made, so the shorts that's already been released is the one for tomorrow, if it's real time. It was all the films that were coming to me were like Fatal Attraction, um, um, it's the one I can never. I have to slow down and remember the name of it. That's so annoying. I really like the film too. I'll say that, and I can't even remember the other one. I don't know. Watch the shorts. It's so not coming to me. Watch the shorts. But basically, the films that was Sleeping with the Enemy was the other one. But basically, it's all films about stalkers. So, you know, this feels like karmic stalkers. Like, you know, this is exes, and even some people might not have been exes. They might have just been like flings or something. But it's people you basically don't want anything to do with, but they are not letting you go. So, you know, quite heavy energy. Like, again, the shadow of Scorpio is very shadowy because Scorpio is the shadow. So, like, people that are not doing their healing and stuck in that toxicity are, yeah, it would be like stalking, obsessive. And we're not talking about when the masculine gets in that energy, right? The feminine, or when the feminine gets in that about the masculine, because that's different. It's twin flames, it's your own energy, it's part of the journey. I'm talking about the real dark stuff here. People that won't let it go, and they're a karmic energy, especially because I watched this. This film was hilarious last night. It was kind of random, but it was quite funny. And it had a, what was it? I don't know if it was called sex education, or I think it might have just been called that. And it was something about sex. It was kind of random. It was like this guy that wants to be a teacher, and then he ends up randomly getting a job as that. But anyway, there's a bit in it where the girl he's pursuing she just broke up with her ex, and he's like one of those types. So, but it was more of that wasn't a big part of the film. It was more a funny thing, but it could be relevant. But yeah, so just be careful you're not falling into victim consciousness now, or you'll if you fell into the past, you'll know that that was you. Basically, give yourself a break as well. Cancer, Sun, Scorpio, Moon. You could be feeling a bit down in the dumps. It would not be unusual to be feeling like that. I am delighted that I am not. Otherwise, if I was, I wouldn't be sitting here. I'm just looking forward to the weekend. Right. So what have we got for the masculine? So that's also the masculine though. Beware of you falling into victim consciousness and dwelling too much in anger. Like find a healthy way to release it, basically, with a healer or a therapist or people that are both. Hello, I'm two of those things and a lot more. Right, my nose is really itchy. Love one's a spirit coming in. What have we got for the masculine? That card. Say what you mean. So now, obviously, as well, you've probably heard me say if you're here all the time, the 18 is a sign of divine feminine to me because I was born on the 18th of a month and I'm divine feminine. But this has got say what you mean, and it looks like the Five of Swords. It's two people that aren't talking to each other. So I'm it's building quite a story here. We've got victim consciousness, pent up anger, settling for something less than what you deserve, and two people not talking to each other. Like, and oh my God, see what I mean? So, that's crazy again, because remember, they just speak through me, but that is what I felt. Like, this is crazy how there must be loads of loved ones in spirit coming in because my nose is just so annoyingly itchy right now. That's what it feels like. This masculine in the past, you didn't say what you wanted to say, like whether this was about your anger or your positive feelings. And again, anger can be there's such a thing as sacred rage, it's like, it's not a bad thing to be angry. It shows you care, but it feels like that's what happened here. Like this person didn't speak up in the past. Selling out. There's the P card. I'm not saying the word, but if you know, you know. This is where you basically settle for that. You settle for less than what you deserve, and you're, you know, getting involved with people that are not good for you, self-sabotage. Friends, love, work, whatever. Look, because that's the masculine, male or female, and that's the true form of the people around them. Looks like demons in that card. Do you know what I'm saying? And again, remember, when I say it like that, it comes out very strongly when it's Scorpio season or Scorpio moon like it is right now. Or just if I send something Scorpio-ish Plutonic around it, because anyone can have demons, if you're heavily drinking, doing drugs, just hanging around with dodgy folk, whatever dodgy means to you, you're going to attract energies like that. Demons jump into people. You're creating a portal, and it's, you know what I mean? Sex demons is a real thing too. Scorpio's about sex. That's going to come into this. So however it comes into someone that was self-sabotaging in the past and didn't speak up. But you see how I said that? The self-sabotage could have been, it keeps coming out. I'm going to have to use that deck. You know what I'm seeing in my third eye now? I'm seeing that card that says showing out, which that must be an American term, but it's like showing off, you know what I mean, to get your attention. So maybe again, with the thing about the childhood wouldn't come out, this could be like this group of people, again, male or female, could have acted that way because that's how you got attention as a kid or something, or didn't get attention. It really just depends how it resonates here. And again, I have to keep stressing this. If this is resonating with you, it would resonate for both twins on some level. So take that on board. Watch no one claim it. This is already resonating. Oh, well, see, I stand corrected. I hadn't read that. Had a massive emotional clear out last night related to settling for crumbs and childhood trauma. Well done, Beck. I'm glad that this is, I'm glad that it's resonating with someone, but I'm not glad because it's kind of heavy energy too. But I'm proud of you for being honest. And at least it lets me know that I'm not sitting here on a Friday night for no reason. But no, good for you for sitting with it, because just because I'm feeling good in this particular Scorpio moon doesn't mean that's been the case in the past. Far from it. It's only really been in the last Well, the last few months I've been quite been maybe not even at the start. Yeah, the first start of this year, there was quite a heavy energy around. Um, but yeah, I'm glad that the last few Pisces moons and Scorpios, it seemed to be it's the Cancer moon that keeps fucking me over. But anyway, I'd never been in Cancer season for a long time. But actually, you see, this is again, I always teach while I teach as I go, right? That's my Sag moon. But you know how I was saying that like I wasn't just meaning, oh, I'm going to come out from like, a bit of a not a darker time, but being in a bit more retreating mode and just into my shell more from being more kind of just being more up for doing this, right? Because the sun was in my eighth house and it was about to go into my ninth house. Well, that literally just happened, right? So, do you know what I mean? Like, so you might even, those of you that are here all the time and know me quite well, you might even be able to tell that I've went from kind of, again, I don't know if you would, but to be honest with you, I can hide things that easily. I don't know if people would notice the difference, but I'm just being so brutally honest, just in case you're like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? Because I can feel it. Like I can feel I'm like, right, what course am I going to run next? What group Zoom am I going to go in with? I'm going to keep offering the group Zooms until people fucking sign up for it. You know what I mean? Like it's like because I need to get people back in the excitement of doing the group work with me because I took a break from it. And I'm sure that will be with the help of Charlotte, because Charlotte always says how much she enjoyed them. Actually, anyone that's been on them says how much they enjoy them, but I'm more in the mood for it, because the ninth house is about learning and teaching. So it would be a good time for me to do one of my courses that I've done before, or maybe even one of my new ones. Um, have a lot of Scorpio placement, Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Rising, Sag Moon. Oh yeah, you're the person that because I'm Scorpio Rising, Sag Moon too. Scorpio, right, love it. Um, I tend to love Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Rising people too. That's my best friend's got that. And I've had friends in the past with similar. I love Scorpio Suns and I love Scorpio Risings. That's must be all my Scorpio, and I just and I like a fellow Sag Moon too. So yes. Um, right, I'm shuffling the Black Moon Lilith cards because, like I said, I hadn't actually noticed that when I was filming other videos. I noticed it on the one I filmed for Sunday, but that's when it's past. It must be tomorrow at some point. The Black Moon Lilith is conjunct the moon. So, like I said, just to stress, with the Scorpio moon anyway, conjunct the Black Moon Lilith. Great if you need to empower yourself, be assertive, and be like, I've had enough. I'm away, like from any kind of situation, which is absolutely what I'm picking up non-stop just now. Um, and that would be part of the Venus conjunct Uranus, shocking breakups and unions and stuff like that. But also, it's dark. That's just what I keep getting. I wouldn't always get, but I do keep. There's a lot of dark energy, so just really protect your energy this weekend. Like, not a bad idea to not do very much, or be yourself, or be with people you trust. Be so discerning and vigilant if you're out and about drinking and stuff. Because this is what I mean, like, even if you're careful when you're out and about, this is the kind of energy it reminds me, right? That's what scares me about the human race in general. Even if you're going on a night out to have a wee bit of drink and a laugh with your pals and a dance, whatever it is you're doing, or you and your lover going out, whatever you're doing, not everybody else has the same plan. Like some people like a drink and they like to go out and look for trouble, and they'll purposely bang into someone in the street for a fight. That's the kind of energy we're talking about this weekend. You know what I mean? Or much worse. So just going back to all the dark karmic exes and stuff like that. So yeah, take it on board. Yes, yes to having enough. Done with crumbs. Absolutely, yes. Right. So why is all that coming out? Give us one for the feminine or the masculine's feminine side. Oh, that's why it's coming out. Fuck now. Mars, drive, energy, passion. So bear in mind it's not all doom and gloom. With a Scorpio moon right now and conjunct the Lilith, that's super sexual energy. And I did pull out super sexual. I did pull out sexual alchemy for the one for Sunday. And is it actually, have I put it back? And that card actually is the Black Moon Lilith and Scorpio card, which is where Black Moon Lilith is. So that came out for Sunday. Um, but because that is where Black Moon Lilith is, and Scorpio is the sign of sex, like I said, it's very sexual energy, but this is how it goes. It can be the sexual alchemy of twin flames, or it can be the sexual sabotage, I've never said that before, of karmic, energies where they siphon the sexual energy of the twins, and cloak in it, and stuff like that. So Venus, love and abundance. Look, and then we've got Venus conjunct Uranus. So, but Mars is also anger. So Mars is sex. That's your sex sign, right? And you've also got I'm just laughing because I'm like, when I keep mentioning the people on Love Island, the some of the people I've been talking about have got Mars and Scorpio, so have I though. And so that is, it is very sexual. But like I said, with me, it's like it's well, of late, it's more I use my very powerful energy for transmuting pain, and I channel that energy into doing this collective work. But you know what I'm saying? We got a bit of something about us, guys. But it's yes, Venus, love and abundance. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like Mars is also anger. So basically, you don't want to piss off a Mars and Scorpio, and you don't want to piss off a Scorpio full stop. But I feel this is talking about there's love and abundance. Oh, Venus and Mars, I was like, where are you going with this? Look, Venus and Mars, that's divine feminine, divine masculine. This is the divine feminine, divine masculine meeting in the skies. I mean, Mars is in Virgo right now, isn't it? So that's not astrology wise. I'm just saying that divine feminine, divine masculine. Yeah. So, and that's the feminine's card. So I feel you've got an awareness of this being magnetized towards you because it feels like you've moved through the victim consciousness and cleared the energy. See what I mean? How for some people you could still be in it, and some people you've already moved through that. Like I know that resonates for me because I've moved through all that energy. Right. What have we got for the masculine? But again, same thing for the masculine. Be careful where your thoughts are going. If you want to pull in this masculine feminine alignment within yourself and within your union, you can. But are you falling into victim consciousness? Masculine, projection, your spiritual gold. Yes. Again, so I feel this is about beware of projecting your own pain onto others, masculine. Sorry, I'm burping and hiccuping, and I do tend to burp and hiccup a lot in a Scorpio moon. I've done it in the videos earlier too. And although you can't hear it, it's like it's because yeah, like I said, I do channel and clear a lot of energy in a Scorpio moon. It's why for the start of the Scorpio moon, I, spend that time myself, which is what I've done, and now I've got more energy. But so yeah, beware of what you're projecting onto others, and it's actually your own pain. But I feel if you've moved through that, which I feel a lot of the masculines have too, it's like others are projecting. Lexi would say projecting. It's like they are projecting onto you, So it's like I feel the masculine has a lot of karmic energies, like, accusing them of things that they're doing. That's what I'm feeling. So if you're the masculine, male or female, if you've got people around you that are like, just like, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing this, you're doing this, you're doing like, get really honest and go inwards and be like, am I doing that? Or is that what they're doing and they're accusing me? You know what I mean? So something like that, which is really difficult because if that's people in a relationship, it's people that would gaslight you and stuff as well. You could actually start to be like, well, maybe I am doing this, and you're not. It's the same. But if you're, in balance, you could be like, I completely know that I'm not doing that, and this is everything this person is doing to me. Sounds like I'm describing a narcissist, to be honest. You don't need to be a narcissist to be doing that. You could just somebody that's a bit spiritually asleep and not very self-aware. But we'll see what else. Black Moon Lilith and Capricorn, elevated status. You see, that's bossy energy too. Just the shadow of it, because Capricorn's leadership and stuff. But that feels like so. Let's go. If someone's calling you bossy, it could actually be their bossing you around. Or if somebody's being too controlling, they could be saying you're being controlling. It's like a head fuck. Mother Earth, divine feminine energy, and I feel this is like the clearing because divine. Oh, it's a tower. That's what it is. I feel a tower moment is coming in. It's like what they're saying to me is it's like the awareness of the moon conjunct Black Moon Lilith is going to help some of the masculine energies. I won't bother. I'm looking at it here. I won't bother you. I won't bother showing you again. But it's like karmic energies are projecting their pain and controlling energy onto the masculine. And it's like a tower moment is showing the masculine what they really want. Because Mother Earth, I'm connecting to the cancer season that we're in, trauma, but also mother and feminine. It's like loving energy that is not coming from this energy. Sublimination, spiritual magic. But you see, I'm taking, look, spiritual magic, 40 on there. 40 could be a significant age. That's spell work. That's what I'm getting. It's manipulation is coming to light. That's what's come out in the shorts. Manipulation is coming to light around the masculine. Master manifester, and it's also coming to light that you're a master manifester. That you can, if you've look, you've had the patience and maturity. Look, 40 and 40, the ages of 40 and 40, what actually 40, what, wait a minute, 40, 41, and 42. So all these ages could be significant. If you've passed it, think back to what happened. If it's yet to come, look out for that, because I read the future, past, present, future. If you're nowhere near it, then maybe this one isn't for you unless you hang around away that long for it to manifest, or just forget that bit. But basically, this person's had to grow over time with patience and maturity. But it's like you're realizing you don't need to stay in whatever you're in. And again, oh God, it's kind of it's like I can't. It's annoying me that they keep making me talk about Love Island, but that's what they do when it's on, right? Like basically, I spoke about this in one of the upcoming videos, or it might be in the one today. That's what I'm recognizing in one of the guys. It's like he's staying with this other girl because it's like I would say subconsciously he's well, I don't know what one's which. It's what I'm trying to get across here is it's like he's thinks he's attracted to the one he's with because it's like she's putting the foot down and laying down the law, like putting down the rules. But I feel he's actually in love with and more drawn to the other one. But it's like he's telling himself that's wrong to be led there. So you know what I mean? It's like that's what I feel this is like too anyway. Because I've went into the story another one. It's like someone's working out that they've been led by their programming, like the subliminal messages. It reminds me of They Love It Live Again. It's like but I nearly said they love, you know. I feel this is someone that's been getting love mixed up with lust. Like someone settled in some kind of karmic relationship because maybe it's what they saw growing up. Doesn't necessarily need to be with mum and dad, it can be with anyone around them, but it's kind of like, or on the telly or whatever, but it's like someone's used to being told what to do and being with controlling men or women, whatever sex you are, and realizing that actually you can break free and manifest a loving connection full of freedom and equality and yeah, well, a twin flame relationship basically. Right, okay, tell us what's going on in the present then. Holding back. I should have expressed myself better. So this is actually the feminine's card, but this person's holding an olive branch. So I feel if you're the feminine, I feel, you know, um, I feel again in the past you could have held back how you felt, and then because the feminine is energetic leader, I feel it's like this has just been coming out in all the. I can't help this is what's coming out in all the last few live streams because it's all the twins that this is the story. You did hold back for a long time, and then you did express how you feel. So yes, basically, I know that I done that, so you'll know if you done that. Like you maybe basically there was a time when you didn't express yourself. It actually, it's exactly the same as masculine. Remember, I said the masculine didn't say how they felt. So I would say you went from just not you didn't express how you felt, and you just assumed that the person knew, to then saying it right, and then they've copied, then they done it too. Um, but I feel this is more about somebody that's held back from you and didn't express themselves very well or at all is coming forward with an olive branch towards you. So take that as it resonates. And what's just come out there? That's so funny. Right. And so what they're saying is like Like if you're the feminine energy, look, you drew some kind of line, no drawing the line enough boundaries. And that's why this person's like, is it okay to come in now? Is it okay to apologize? Too late to apologize. It's like they're like, so they've been spying, always comes out in a Scorpio moon. Social network information, ways they've been like keeping an eye, to see if you're missing them because they feel like a part of them is missing without you. Um, and they're not confused about how they feel now. Uncertain, unclear, unsure, but it's in reverse. So yeah, it's like someone's kept an eye on you from afar while they worked out who you were to them and what this was because you had boundaries with them. So you might not have had very good boundaries in the past, but then at some point you got good boundaries and they got the message, and now they're not unclear about how they feel, but they are a bit confused and unclear as to how to come forward. Not to even mention the bullshit that might come through the karmic energy if it's going to tie in with all the other ones. Because all the other videos for the next couple of days, including the one I put out, is about somebody seeing through karmic people. Hopeless, sinking, despair, falling apart. Yeah. So again, this masculine's not in a good place right now. Or they were in, and now they are. Depends how it goes. But they're in quite bad shape, feeling pretty hopeless, which I did say is the shadow of the energy in right now, Cancer, Scorpio moon, although this can resonate whenever. And it's because how they've acted in the past. So I think it goes back to the self-sabotage. And now they've got an open heart, receptive, empathy, vulnerable. Basically, this is somebody that was shut off from their feelings, right? So when somebody's shut off from their feelings, they're going to act pretty heartless. You know what I'm saying? It's just a fact. They're going to be like, I don't care if that hurts him. I want to do this, so I'm going to do it. And it's now like this person is in their feelings and they're realizing their feelings that they're in now are what they put you in at some point. So it's not very nice. And then my lighter decided to not work. So I think that means they don't know if they can get the spark back. I mean, we all know that they can. That's the way this is going to go, but that's the way the person feels. And I just felt guided to light this again because it's quite heavy energy I'm tapping into. But this person is healing, or they've already healed that, releasing, purifying, cleansing, or trying to come out. It feels like someone's coming out of a depression. That's what it feels like, or a dark night of the soul. Like coming out of punishing themselves. Like this is all very heavy energy that I'm feeling. Right, okay. So let's go to the spread now so that I don't actually take forever to do this. Did I read everything you were saying there? He's a cat. Wish he was watching this. Have a feeling it's spot on. Well, the thing is, they're just saying it through me, so it's spot on for whoever it's for. The thing is, Spec. I mean, do you think it's not that unlikely that if he is your true twin flame and he's awakening, it's not unlikely that he could. Well, it just depends. We are, you know, like I always say, we've got to be humble. Like this is a small channel, so but if that's your true twin flame, you'll be drawn to the same people. So quite interesting. I do feel it can work like that. So if you want them to find it, some people don't want their twin flames to find what they're watching because you might, if you chat and stuff, you might not want them to see. But if you do want them to see, put it out there. I was going to say I'll put it out there for you, but it's more powerful if you do it. If you want me to put it out there on top of you putting it out there, I will do that. But right, so wait a minute, my eye's really itchy now, and that's kind of I don't want to itch it too much because my nails are really long. I'm going to need to cut them actually. And I've also just been lighting the sage. But whenever I itch my eye or something like that, it's like somebody can now see clearly, and that's the whole theme of this. So somebody can see clearly now, and they're upset. They're in their feels. They're feeling very vulnerable. Um, right, can you tell us? Oh, wait a minute, that's what I was doing. I'm hearing that song. You've been asking to talk. I've been holding it in because I'm tired of it. Wait a minute. I always get lost to that bit because I'm scared of letting you in on the lies that I keep secrets. It's sorry, I'm just it's like I'm hearing it in my head, but I'm trying to gather what line it is because sometimes they give me different lines. It is that line, you know. You've been asking to talk. I've been putting it off because I'm scared of letting you in on the lies that I keep. And I don't want to say it, but I've been out of control, self-sabotage bit. And I'm ready to face it, baby, once and for all. I'm so scared. Is it? I'm so tired of running, tired of letting you down. Just us from here on out. Can't sing it, but I tried. I don't really try, but I had to remember the words there. So, what if Scorpio and Scorpio? Well, it's yeah, even more. Ollie, the thing is, and welcome. Are you new? I think you maybe did you speak once before? I think I remember you saying once before. Um, it could be for anyone because we've all got Scorpio somewhere and we've all got an eighth house. And I would say even more so if you're Scorpio and Scorpio, because I've got a Scorpio rising, my twin flame's a Scorpio. I pick up on Scorpio connections big time. You know what I'm saying? Like probably more than any of them. Like Plutonian connections, I'm gonna pick up on it. But yeah, it can be for anyone. Heal abandonment, time to forgive. See what I mean? And then wow, 7/7 portal, which is Monday. So I was struggling to remember, but I was like, because I was like, what even day is today? So and now, you know, it's the 4th of July. And so then that's like reminding me of like, you know, baby, you're a firework. Go and show them what you're. I'm not singing that. That was my favorite, but I really can't sing that. I just can't. It's too high. I don't know if it's too high, too low, whatever. But um, you know what I mean? It's like it feels like someone's building themselves up to like, you know, your original cannot be replaced. It's like this person feels that about you. Like they're hopeless because no one compares to you. No one can replace you in their life. Because that is true about your twin flame, whether it's you or them. It's your energy. But also what feels really exciting is this person's realizing that about them. So if you're the masculine, it's like you're like, no one can replace me for them. But then it's like I feel somebody being like, but what if they do? What if I've done too much? What if I've sabotaged enough to have pushed them away? So let's see. Heal abandonment, time to forgive. Like I feel that's what that guy's thinking there. Like this is someone going for awakening, like in a dark place. The lines, do you ever feel like yeah, do you ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind? Wanted to start again. Live in my head rent free. Hilarious. Um, you gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Like a pop. You're like, oh, it would be that. See what I mean? I just can't. I'm kind of taking the piss a bit, but I can't. It's just too high. Baby, you're fine. You know what I mean? I can't. I think it's because I've got dulcet, low, you know, the tones to my voice are like, you know, well, I don't know. I'm not a singer, so I don't know any of the terms, but I just know I can't go there. And if you're new, I sing all the time. I'm no shy to singing. I fucking sing. I channel singing, channeling the message more than I talk it. But I know my limits. I'll leave, but as you can see, I'll have a go, even when I know I can't sing it. So I don't claim to be a singer. I just like singing. It's the Lemuria vibes. But yeah, this person is healing abandonment wounds. To be fair, you could be too, because I actually put that in the feminine position. So it's either the masculine's feelings or it's the feminine. You're healing abandonment wounds around this 7/7 portal. And it's time to forgive if you haven't already. But I feel you have because I feel that's where it's going. Aligning with abundance, yeah, like this is maybe what the masculines move through, but some of you are still in it because I've pulled into your vortex, aligning with abundance. I feel 10-10 is a really significant date for some reason. Because there's 10-10 on both these cards. Expanding consciousness, High Priestess. I feel the High Priestess of this connect. So again, I know you can be same-sex couples and whatever, but I did pull one of the videos coming up. I think it's tomorrow's. It was like the High Priest and the High Priestess come out together. And it's like what I want to say is like this High Priestess, Divine Feminine, has awakened and expanded the consciousness of this masculine who can now they can now see what they couldn't before about what's possible. That this is true love, 11-11. So we've got 10-10, 11-11, pathway to true love. So look, I know it's ages away, but the 10-10 portal, 11-11 portal could be significant times here. I feel like for marriages, engagements and stuff like that, like I mean that's what I'm feeling. It's like we'll see if anything like that comes out here. So or unions, but I don't think it's like whatever I'm picking up on here. It's quite strong. Yeah, like this is someone in love. You know what I mean? Take me home. I know who I'm in love with. Pathway to true love. But is it too late? That's what I'm feeling. Right. Um, so let's get some. What would I'm in no hurry here, so I think I'll just. Well, that's probably part of it. I'm in no hurry here. Oh, I don't like when I go to this deck because it's got some shady shit in it. Okay, I did pick up. So if there's anything holding like whoever back, could you give? So this is just for some people. Bits can be for different people. Um, I write but can't sing. Really need to learn. Well, what do you mean? You write songs? That's amazing. He can sing. My God, his vocals are crazy. Now, do you mean your twin flame or do you mean James Arthur? Because if you mean James Arthur, I hear you, sister. He is my absolute favorite. You know what I mean? Last year in October is when I woke up to him. All right, interesting. And I don't want to say it, but I've been out of control. And I'm ready to face it, baby. Oh, fucking, oh, God damn it. See, when I get that song stuck in my head, I'll be singing that for ages. But it's like, it is the energy. Do you know what I mean? This is sad. This is probably when he wrote that song, to be real, seriously. Because remember, I said, I'm never ever going to forget that that song came out on a Cancer moon because it was one of my best pals' weddings. And I really did not want to get in my bed because TMI, it was my period and I never want to leave the house when I got my period. And it's not because I'm like really moody in it, it's just because like I go right into my shadow and because again the way I heal, I really really need to protect my energy around that time, which is why I don't ever tell people when I've got it, right? Because some people do, some people that you know what I mean, you shouldn't, because that's when see because we're in a Scorpio moon, you're more vulnerable. So people that want to spiritually attack you and psychedelically, you're more vulnerable. So don't tell people when you got your period. Um, but yeah, twin flame journey. So look, it's like I was asking, is there anything that's keeping this person stuck in the past? If you're the fit, you're keeping this. Look, this person can't escape the twin flame journey. That's what they're saying. They tried to though. Destiny is taking us down different paths. There is a third party, and a third party took this person down a different path. And they were trying to convince themselves that they didn't love you, because basically, third party was in reverse, and I love you was in reverse. So they went into denial. Look, that's why they're getting me to sing this song. Unhealthy habits and behaviors. Well, it certainly sounds like that in that song, and we know that because as much as I love James Arthur, he's clearly, well, he was a big partier, and then it's like, again, I'm not even kidding when I say like I would just make it reach James Arthur, but it's like I just, you know what I mean? Like when I watched this documentary of everything he struggles with, and like some of the things he went. So again, this could be related. This could what I'm with me going into this detail. This could make sense for some of you watching if you're the masculine, male or female, or or you're masculine, because like, so it's quite specific because like he was talking to his mum because his mum put him up for, it wasn't adoption, but she put him into, to go into foster care because she couldn't cope. And so like he has, oh my God, remember the card was resentment, anger, pent up, you know what I mean? So he basically quite clearly, and is valid, has anyone's feelings are valid, but you know what I mean? Like he has a lot of resentment towards his mum in particular for doing that. And so it was like he was talking about it with her. And it's again, I've still got it in my recordings because I love that. I might watch that again actually because it was a couple of years ago now. But like he talks about his ADHD and just he majorly self-sabotaged. And then it was literally, this is so magical how this happened. This was literally just today when it was after I finished that reading. I was thinking about that. I was like, I bet you anything he wrote that song. I mean, actually, that's self-explanatory. But what I'm trying to say is, like, I wondered what it was he'd done to his girlfriend. I don't know if she was even his wife at one point. I think it was, I don't know if they got married. I know that they had a kid together. But either way, it's like, I saw that they've split up now, so it's quite sad. But it's like, um, what I'm trying to get at is when the song came out, I was like, I wonder what it was he done. Was it a combination of things? Was it his addictions? Is he cheated with someone? You know what I mean? It's like it's clearly a wee mixtures of all of this. But because he's been a pattern, like maybe he's like said he's going to stop it and then he doesn't, and who knows, right? But it was more specifically today I had the thought of like, I wonder how recent, like I wonder if because he only brought that song out last year. Wait a minute, it wasn't last year, was it? It was 2 years ago. So it's fuck. That's how it's. It came out 2 years ago in October. So it's a year and a half old. So it's like I wonder if he'd only just recently fucked up and wrote that song because it's so moving, like all his songs are, but it's really moving. And then now, in light of the fact that they're split up now, it's kind of sad when you listen to those words because that song's like I'm ready to face it, baby, once and for all. It's just us from here on it. And then it's quite sad to be like, well, they're split up again. Do you know what I mean? It's like, anyway. So if that speaks to you, but yeah, unhealthy habits and behaviors, but it's in reverse. So if anything's holding you back, masculine energies or any unhealthy habits the feminines have got, it's that. But I feel this person in the past thought I still got growing to do. I know you're my soulmate, my twin flame, but I'm not ready to give all that up. So I'm gonna roll around in the karmic cesspit. I'm sure they didn't say it to themselves like that, but I don't know what I want right now. So my hair's stuck to that. But it's like I don't know what I want right now. So I'm gonna roll about, do what I want, and now this person's upset. Sorry, it's coming out really blunt, but that's what I'm picking up here. With the combination of the song and everything coming out, and they can't run away from the twin flame journey. So right. See what I mean about those cards. What else? Is there anything else holding back? Give us some for the feminine. What would keep the feminine stuck in the past? The South Node. Take your power back. Yeah, if you give your power away. You're giving someone control over how you feel. Your happiness should only depend on you. Wow, they really answered there. Don't be codependent. You can be codependent, your twin flame, you haven't seen them for years. If you're hanging around waiting on them to be your happiness, you create your own happiness. And they'll be the cherry on top if they decide that that's what they want to do. You know what I mean? But that's what could hold you back. So take your power back. Free yourself. You don't need to be in control of everything for a love relationship to be successful. Basically, don't try to control the situation. See how this is coming through for the Scorpio one because Scorpio's control. Distance. The separation you're experiencing is necessary to help the relationship grow. That's what I'm getting from this. It's if you're new, what always happens is I usually like reference the film after all the five films in the Scorpio moon because it's a great example of codependency. If they hadn't have spent that time apart, they wouldn't have got back together. They were extremely codependent on one another. It was really unhealthy to the point where it could look like that's a karmic relationship. It is a karmic relationship actually. At some points when you're watching it, but that's why I would always say that is a good example of true twin flames that have went through a karmic cycle that heal those issues and then are able to reunite, which is very rare. So don't put yourself in that camp because I wouldn't want to encourage people to think that something toxic is a twin flame. You would just know if that resonated. Right, so wait a minute, did I read? Oh yeah, and then look, you've just said last year in October is when I woke up to him, and I don't know if I'd made that connection about that song came out in October, but it wasn't last year, it was the year before, so that's kind of interesting. Twin can sing through all seriousness. Relatable. I suffer from endometriosis. Oh, painful. Yeah. I've to be honest with you, I've often wondered if I do. You know, doctors are shite at labeling stuff because I have been crying in agony the last few uh times of my period. So TMI again, but it's the truth. So um probably just all the people doing fucking spells on me and shit like that though. I know I'm not joking. Relatable. My likeness is one of my twins' music videos. In the video, they reunite in real life. When we did see each other again, he snubbed me hard. It just wasn't the time or the place. Oh, that sounds sad. Keep thinking he isn't interested anymore because of how he acted, but instinctively I know better. But I feel bloody crazy. Could also be PC. Yeah, yeah, I know. It's like you see, the thing is like, so right, we'll deal with two things here. Um, yes, everyone goes through that where you feel crazy. And if you've only just woke up to that in October last year, you're still going through the motions of working all this out. So, you know, give yourself time and the fact that you've actually been drawn here is a very good thing. You could be going through your ascension very quickly because I'm a twin flame that's been on this journey a very long time, as you've heard me say. So I would say that's quite a good sign if you've been led here. So, but yeah, with the PCOS, I've had all these things. I've had all these things checked out. I think it's more the fact that I'm a shaman. I'm a womb healer, and I clear energy at the womb. And so when I'm clearing really heavy energy in the world, I feel it like nobody's business agony. And I think that's why the doctors can't work out what it is. And the thing is that because I'm the type of shaman that can get down to the bottom of things, I have often got down to the answer to things with doctors before they have. I've said this before, but a doctor once admitted to me that their work is very investigative, like as in they don't know what it is. It's a process of elimination. The way she said it, and I said that's really funny because I'm a shaman and that's not too different. And she was like, yeah. So it's like it's kind of weird that it's not always the case that I've had a lot of run-ins with doctors over the years, but yeah, I've again if anybody does go through extreme pain with period pains or hormones or perimenopause or people in menopause or anything like that, these are all areas of expertise I can help you with in personal sessions. I can really heal up a lot of pain at the womb space for women, like emotionally clear trauma, but also physically if you've got pain. So, which is why I find it a bit unfair that I get. And I'm like, well, why the fuck's that many bits? I do get it because it's not like I don't go through that all the time. It's just like I said, and even there's like I said, it was when I stopped drinking coffee, I didn't have painful periods at all. But yeah, as I'm noticing the world going through this darker time of transition, it does seem to be reflected in my time of month. It's weird but true. Um, so honestly, this is helping me so much. I was struggling before I found you. Oh my hashtag hit me in the heart, all the feels back. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm sorry that you were struggling, but I'm glad if this is helping. See, it even just helps to be around people that understand and, convince myself I was, sorry for laughing, convince myself I was schizophrenic until I did proper research and realized I clearly don't have it at all. Yeah, yeah. Again, look, I don't think you're alone in that one, seriously, because you do feel like you're going nuts. Like I said, although it was a long, long time ago for me, of when I realized like what me and him were in. None of this shit was about. So that's what again, people hear me say this fairly often, but for the new people, that need to hear that, there wasn't people talking about twin flames. There was like, or if they were, I weren't finding them, but they weren't about. Like one of the oldest videos I found was that Leora woman, who I believe now actually is in spirit. Um, And then there's a few others. Some of them aren't there anymore, but yeah, they're wearing, there's so many people doing it and talking about it now. But like I said, uh I was on YouTube like and found the very first people that were talking about this kind of stuff. And also, I secretly did do it, and then I was like, I'm not ready, and I wasn't ready. So it was like, but I did put a few videos out, and people really resonated and liked them. And then I was like, it's too soon, too soon. But like, so that's what I mean about like I've got a lot of experience as a twin flame healer, but I've also got a lot of experience of watching people come and go and think they know it all, and be humbled. And so yeah, it's and we all doesn't matter how long you've been on this journey, we all need to be humble, which is hopefully that's why I say it all the time. You should never assume something's like going to go one way, because life will slap you in the face and make it go another. So I've had lots of experiences of that too. Yeah, caffeine can affect you, but yeah, absolutely. That's why I gave up coffee altogether. I wasn't why, but I was guided to give up coffee altogether last Christmas. So yeah, I'll go back to it at some point, but I've not been guided to yet. Right. So I picked up these, so we'll go with these. So what would help the masculine get into their north node to get out of their comfort zone? No, I said that. Remember, I said it at some point in this. No one compares to you. Like no, you're like a unicorn. That came out in one of the readings I've done today. No one compares. No matter how many people I've met and experiences I've had, there's no one who compares to you, and that's why this person's feeling hopeless, or they've been feeling hopeless. Oh fuck! Have Christ! And they're moving fast. I did say I felt maybe this was the moving fast energy. Remember when I was saying something about the 10-10 and 11-11 and stuff, and I felt like engagements, marriages, but it could be things to do with kids and stuff. Have my kids. I want to have a family with you. I know you'd be an amazing parent, and I dream of the day I can experience raising a family together. I mean, the synchronicities of us talking about fucking periods and things to do with the womb, and that comes out. It's just, it's quite funny, isn't it? So again, use your fucking common sense. If you're past childbearing age, or you can't have children for some reason, this isn't yours, or you just take that bit out, whatever. But let's see. Or obviously, if they've had the snip, that's not happening either. I suppose I just thought of that too. Feeling lost. I'm trying to make this work, but I feel so lost. That's already come out. I don't know what to do or say anymore, and it's just easier to stay in silence. That's kind of sad with that card, where with the two people not talking when I said that. This isn't goodbye. I don't want to walk away, but it's what's best for me and us right now. This isn't goodbye. We'll be together again soon. But I feel this is more past, because I'm asking what would help somebody get out the comfort zone. They feel lost. They hope it's not goodbye. They can see a future with you, whether that involves marriage and kids or none of that, and just you and them are the family. No one compares to you because you're their soulmate. So your soulmates come out in two different decks, which means twin flame in this. It must be written in the stars, because you most definitely are my destiny. We belong together. It kind of feels like that other James Arthur song, like where someone's been like, I want you, but there are mountains we can climb. What's it again? That one where it's like they're swinging about and singing that to each other. And then it's like the person's now been like, but hey, wait a minute. No one can rewrite the stars. This is hilarious. They're giving me all this. It's too high. I love that. It's too high. But you know what I'm saying? This person now does want to rewrite the stars because they feel lost without you. Different card. They want you to unblock them. I feel it's energetically. If you're a feminine and you did block them, don't do that. It's not wise. They'll just go 10 times harder. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be doing that to your twin flame. You're mysterious. I can never seem to figure you out. Sometimes I feel like you're hiding something from me. Never really know where I stand with you. So your mystery is drawing this person in, and they've been dreaming of you. My dreams, I've been dreaming about you. My dreams were so free and in love. I wish I could stay there forever. And unfortunately, I think it might be because some of these people aren't single. So this person could be having all this realizations whilst in something they settled for. That's only for a few people, but I did see I'm single in reverse. Unless this is again that collective that I'm picking up on, that it's like people are like jumping from one to the other. So There was nothing a few years ago. Heard the term twin flame back in 2010. Like, didn't, oh yeah, that's interesting though that you heard it back then. Didn't take it seriously until 2016 after hurt from a karmic. Didn't know I bumped into my. This is all these dates are kind of lining up with me, by the way. Interesting. He also did a show the night after I lost my mum. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you lost your. Wait a minute. My God. I think that's to look out for tomorrow's twin flame trauma release video. I am not. I literally. I've just got chills all over my body. I literally. Wait a minute. So your mum only that. So again, I'm really sorry to hear that. I think are you open? Like again, I'm assuming if you are you open to are you open to hearing from your mum if she comes through? Like, I'm not talking about tonight, but I mean, if she does, but more like come, on Mondays, I do the mediumship and they just, they gate crash anyway. But your mum, it might have been your mum I was picking up on because it was all like I pulled casket, but I was saying it could be the end of a situation, like the end of a relationship and all that. But it more did feel like an actual death. So it would make sense if your mum died in the past and she's trying to come through. Unless again, anybody watching this, if you have had a loss recently, again, my condolences. But it was like very clear. I can't. It was that card, and it was grief, and another one. It was all screaming. Somebody's had a loss. It felt like I was picking up on a recent one for some, but I mean that could still be you too, because that wasn't long ago. And it's your mum. It's not as if uh, any loss is terrible, but losing your mum's going to hit you really hard. Um, I wasn't paying attention. He was also taken, and I just had my heart broken. My mum was also a Scorpio. Oh well, she'll definitely come to me to talk then. I can talk about it. I'm very strong. Yes, I can feel that. Well, being a Scorpio sun, Scorpio rising, you would be very strong. And that's why they've gifted you with a Sag moon like me. Because can you imagine if we didn't have that? We need a fucking sense of humor with the shit that I don't even need to talk to you to know that you've had a painful life without even telling me that. A Scorpio sun, Scorpio rising's always had a painful life. Scorpio rising full stop. You've had a painful life. That's what I can tell you. Um, but it doesn't need to be that way forever. 100% down. All right, so you're open to mediumship, yeah. Felt so guided to my person last year in October, and it felt like my mum and gran. I lost my gran. Oh, you lost your gran a year ago. All right, well, you watch that. Let me know if that video that comes out tomorrow resonates with you, because that it feels like it might have been picking up on you. Right. So I've picked up this deck again now. So the masculine's got a lot to notice how I'm picking up all the masculine talks cards. So it's like this masculine's got a lot to say now because they held it all in. I was born by cesarean too, so fate chose the day. Oh, interesting. That's an interesting way to look at it. So, um, I'll pull one of these. I'll go back to these. What else? When times got tough, I gave up too soon. I mean, that's basically come out in this. Sorry, guys, I can't change the energy because it's Cancer, Sun, Scorpio, Moon. It's quite sad energy. Do you know what I mean? Like, this person's looking back, like, when times got tough, I gave up too soon. Told myself this wasn't what it was. I still feel your energy around me. I never believed in these things before. I do now. Look at the way I was channeling that, and then I pulled that out after. I still feel your energy around me. I never believed in these things before. I do now. This person is not feeling the best. I want to contact our mutual friends to ask about you. It was in reverse. So I didn't get that with it, but I pulled that card out earlier and I did say something like, this person wants to contact your mutual friends to ask about you, but it's like You've not got any anymore. You've not got any mutual friends. So it feels like in the past you might have had people in common, but now you haven't. Like that much time's passed, that much change. You've not got friends in common. And because it's in reverse, I think this person knows this. So this person might not actually know how to find you or contact you, if you've changed your number or you moved address or it could just be like an energetic block thing. They don't know how to do it. Hmm. Okay, so that's all the things that to move you out your comfort zone. Do you know what I mean? Like do the scary thing. Right. What karmic lessons are learning and being released? Although that feels like that's already come out. Oh my God, shit. Okay, we're going to the big giant deck. Right. So was supposed to be a Sag. My mum also wanted me to be born on the 5th, was born on the 6th. All right, interesting. What, like, oh, look, and I sang fireworks as well, fireworks night. Do you know what I mean? Even that is a synchronicity. Um, right. So karmic lessons that people are learning or something that needs to be released. I'm sorry, but that is definitely your mum trying to be like, yes, that was me earlier. Harsh card, but look, because I don't even usually look funeral. Wait a minute, before I think I just need to stop and just that's I know that because that card doesn't come out a lot. So again, it's like this won't just be for you, right? This will be there are other people that have lost somebody really recently. So I'm just going to stop for a moment and tune in to what it is they're trying to tell me because that's not a coincidence that funeral comes out when we just had that chat. I lost 5 in 5 years. I'm so sorry to hear that. I went through a period in my life where I lost a lot of people. Basically, and they're only getting me to again because it's good to hold space, guys, and don't talk about you when the person's talking. But the reason they make me say that is because it feels like they're showing you that quite a lot of us twin flames have went through kind of similar at different points. Some of us at the same points, but like when you lose that many people in the same year, especially your grief can be so delayed, and so you might actually grieve somebody much later on after they died. So I don't know if you resonate with that, where there was so much trauma coming at you that you might feel like you didn't properly grieve someone. So although I'm talking to Beck when I'm saying that there, that can actually be for anyone. So it doesn't matter if this person died like 10 years ago, you might find that the grief about it is coming up now. And I've spoken about this before that on the twin flame journey, because the masculine, male or females, because you suppress your feelings so much, when you push down your feelings about your divine feminine, that's not uncommon that because you're pushing down your feelings about love and like true love, and you end up realizing that's what it is. You can also you suppress feelings and things like that happen. So if you lose people you love and stuff, it's like, and then because again, it's like they reminded me of an after when Hardin has trauma from his childhood about, like his dad was an alcoholic and, something horrible happens to the mom. And so it doesn't really matter what it is that happens, but it's like, toxic, abusive sort of stuff. And he's disassociated from it. And he can be like, oh yeah, I don't care. I can do this and fuck around and I don't have feelings and I'm a player and all of that. That's what his character's like. And then the minute he meets Tessa and he falls properly in love, after he does a fucker on her at first. I wouldn't spoil it if you haven't seen it, but it's like he tricks her, and then he actually the joke's on him because he falls in love. But that's kind of what I'm getting at. Like when he falls in love, all his trauma comes up too. So in this case, it could be when you realize you're in love, the trauma of someone like so this funeral could have happened years ago, but like you're only now grieving for someone. Triumph. And again, it's just sort of feeling like things are not doing too good just now. Sacral chakra, look at all the stuff we spoke about. to do the sacral and the womb and union in reverse. So again, I feel, like I said, this message, I'm just like just seeing what it is Beck's mum is coming through for. But like, come back on Monday. But I'll bring through the message just now too. But it's like it's because it's like I'm feeling this is a message for everyone in some type of way too. But it's like you feel like things aren't going anywhere fast and there's a lot of pain and trauma being cleared at your womb space right now because you just feel like union is so far away right now. And a new beginning. It feels like it's out of reach right now. That's what I'm feeling. And if it's not you that feels like that, that's what your person feels like. Because they're all coming out in reverse. Temptation, the devil. So I mean, do you know is he with a karmic energy right now? Or like addictions or something like that? Because the fact that devil card is called temptation. You know what I mean? But again, for everyone, this masculine I mean, also that could be as well. Like this person feels like it's dead in the water. There's no coming back from this. There's no victory. I gave in to my lustful desires. I followed the devil and fucked up any chance of a union with who I now know is my person. I mean, it's really heavy energy. Um, just me and my dad left. Lots of broken relationships with remaining family. It was really hard to grieve at the time because everyone else's drama. Yeah, that's what I mean. Also, COVID. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. He's a Capricorn. I always take the devil as Capricorn. Yeah, I know. I know. I'm not one of the. I'm basically. I don't really read like that. But I mean, if you do, that's what matters for you. But like, I don't read like that because I just think it gets to the point of ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like when someone's like, "Oh, there's Aries, there's Taurus, there's Cancer, there's Gemini, there's Leo." There's, you know what I mean? They basically end up saying all 12 signs. So, but in this case, if it's more important what it means to you. Also, yeah, he will know he fucked up. He probably feels like it's done. Well, that's what's coming through here. Intuition, because he didn't follow his intuition. It's like, it feels like it does seem to be that I am being told more what he's feeling than you. But this card came out in one of the recent videos, either the one that's published or one that's coming. The High Priestess in reverse, notice that she's got the big anchor around her neck. I've usually got an anchor around my neck, but didn't with this top. But it's like, that this, if they, yeah, didn't follow their intuition. Distracted by third party influences. But we've got the sun. There's hope yet. Why is this message coming out? Change your focus. It feels like if this is him, right? Whether it's because you'll know whether this is him or you, whoever this is not feeling too hopeful in a dark place, right? Because they got distracted by the devil, temptations, lust. But they're turning that frown upside down because that's the Five of Cups in reverse. And there's a light returning, or it will. And yeah, coming out of lack and um coming out of feeling out in the cold, but somebody could actually be coming out of financial difficulty detached. So I think that basically the message is coming through for you to keep detaching because it's helping him. Yeah, look, it's helping him to heal the Four of Swords in reverse. And you'll be getting the recognition and rewards for that when you focus on you. Basically, keep focusing on you. See how it can be for everyone. Stand your ground. New beginning again, fertility in reverse. There's basically new beginnings come out twice in reverse. And then look, triumph again, and we've got triumph there in reverse, triumph here in reverse. But also that's actually the Ace of Swords. So there's some kind of lies or confusion. Like the Sword of Truth is coming. Neptune going retrograde tomorrow is clearing a lot of confusion here. Obstacles and challenges, clearing the way of obstacles and challenges. This person's still caught up in a bit of a karmic cycle. Look, obstacles and challenges and the world card in reverse. They're clearing up some kind of karmic lesson. Not able to give to you right now. Well, that's clear from what. Yeah, but again, it's coming out again. So the Five of Cups in reverse. We've had the Five of Cups in reverse twice. So this person either is about to come out as sad and, oh yes, to face the light at the end of the tunnel. The Sun card twice. Like, right. So basically, whoever this is making sense to, right? And I feel it's mainly going towards you, Beck, but just listen, everyone. This person's coming out of a time of grieving, sadness, and loss. So for some people, I feel this person's recently lost an actual person. So condolences and prayers, whoever that's for. Or they're grieving a funeral that was long ago, the loss of somebody. Or they're grieving the end of your connection. Can be bits and bobs, all of this. But they're going to go from a very sad place. It feels like someone going from a dark night of the soul to a very happy place. Like the light at the end of the tunnel. They're like, we said what we said. Look, the light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, okay. So whatever that's what wanted to come through there, but so it felt important for me to run with that. But like I said, if this what I'm putting out there is for your mum or any of the loved ones in spirit. So basically, don't, I know you mentioned there, I didn't even see what you mentioned, but um, don't tell me any significant details about them because they'll tell me. And then I'm not saying she'll come back and say it. I'm going to put that back and see what comes. I'm not saying she'll come back and speak on Monday, but she'll probably come through and talk one of the Mondays. But I mean, it would make sense if she comes back Monday. But right. But you see, it's when you talk about the loved ones in spirit, they do come around. They like that you're thinking about them. He probably feels like it's done. He's definitely stalking my socials. I don't like the term stalking. Yeah, I don't like the term stalking either, especially not in the twin flame journey because it's like it's how you awaken. You know what I mean? Like the divine feminine wakes up differently to the divine. Well, the old school divine feminine, male or female, wakes up differently. The modern divine feminine actually will do the same. You know what I mean? If you think about it, because divine feminine, male or female, there's all people like what I'm doing right now talking about it. But what you've got to be careful about is some of them are true, some of them are false. So again, like they're giving you a half truth or they're making it look like they know what they're talking about and they don't know as much as what they're talking about. There's all loads of different fucked up things going on out there. But so basically, you've got to be really discerning who you listen to. If something's not feeling right and it's making you feel a bit icky for whatever reason, it doesn't always mean it's the person channeling it. It could just mean like, so for instance, some of these make me feel icky, to be honest. Like when it's real dark. Normally the Scorpio ones make me feel like that, and it's because we've not finished shuffling that day because it's just like it's just shit. It's just fucking drama and bullshit and like it's just horrible, painful stuff. So I have to, I cleanse my energy big time when I get off of here and I eat something and I switch off and I watch Love Island or I watch a film or something, you know what I mean? So but I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about if it's like and you've also got so they're making me go into a big speech with this. You've got to protect your energy like that too. Like I still do that to this day. Like so for instance, I said last night I purposely, like, because the moon was in my 12th house, I've not watched any YouTube videos up until when I was in the bath right before I came on here. I watched like I didn't even listen to it properly because like I couldn't stay in the bath that long and then I was doing my hair and my makeup and stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, but I purposely know to do that because I've just noticed when the moon's in Scorpio, it's like it's all the most doom and gloom, dark things that everybody channels about, the pain and stuff like that. So it doesn't mean it's not true, but if you're not in a place to be hearing that stuff, don't watch it. Like you've got to know yourself and you've got to self-care and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, there are, I've definitely over the years, like, you'll be watching something and you're like, you just get the feeling I don't like this person's energy. Do you know what I mean? There's something not right. And it could be that maybe they've got an energy attachment and they need to clear their energy and they don't realise. And again, because that's what I'm an expertise in, I see that all the time. So, be discerning, especially because of what I said about in that reading earlier, that I saw a shorts and I know that this happens, but it was like it was like the woman was saying that she was involved in TV at some point, and like basically there was a well-known sitcom where they got real witches in to cast spells over the episodes they were filming and invited the actors and actresses to take part. I was like, what the fuck? Do you know what I mean? Like, and some people would be like, I right then, but that's real. Like, I believe that. That does happen because it's like it's programming, you know what I mean? Like to put, but that's why I say, right, like, as much as I love Love Island, I don't watch it live. See, when it's on live, I don't watch it. I'll make sure I watch it a little bit after if I'm watching it on the night, or I'll watch it because I'm not watching it when it's live stuff because I know that they do stuff like that. Like I've been noticing some weird. We're going right down the rabbit hole now, but I'm finding it quite strange how on Love Island, right? Like one night they were all wearing. Now there's something again. I think the pearl necklaces thing is just something to do with fashion right now. Again, you do you. I personally wouldn't be attracted to a man wearing a pearl necklace, but hey, maybe some women are. So who am I to judge? Like something like your granny would wear, but right. But then the other night, I was like, why are they all wearing crosses? Do you know what I mean? Like they're all wearing it at the same time, and they wear it another day, and I'm like, I'm really not liking that. Like, I don't know, I don't know. I'm just saying it's strange, kind of weird. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna notice if they all change their little earring again to something else. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? It's like some kind of secret fucking code. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm good at. Crack these kind of weird secret codes they've got. Um, and what I'm saying is it's like so tangled up because those guys might be completely oblivious to that. Like they might be like, oh hey, you know, we really want you to like, we really want you to advertise these pearl necklaces, or we really want you to advertise these cross earrings, and you know, make you look like somebody for the fucking 90s. You know what I mean? Although I'm not gonna lie, I love a guy wearing earring. I do. I still do. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I mean, if that's making a comeback, I'm here for it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was a sucker for a guy wearing earring, just the one. You know, not two, not the two, just the one. But my friends used to find that funny. Probably still find it funny. Anyway, moving on. So, right. My cheeks have went red saying that, but I know there'll be other people that hear what I'm saying, but no the type on Love Island. I'm sorry, none of that's like they're making it look like women's earrings. But again, that's fine. Everybody can do what they want. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, if I didn't follow my gut, I would have given up. Also, the music video, detaching is rough, but I'm trying to maintain it. Scorpios can handle the dark. Yes, absolutely. Yes. You've met one that can handle the darkest of it. Basically, I am the type of Scorpio rising, which is Scorpio risings trump a Scorpio, by the way. But I can't trump you because you're a Scorpio with Scorpio rising. So, but my Pluto conjunct my Scorpio rising, maybe. But basically, the point is yeah, I'm the type of person that can handle more than most, but I'm also the type of shaman. So even when people go to other shamans or other healers, like say somebody goes to like a Reiki master, a Reiki healer, or like, you know, somebody does some type of gentle healing. By the way, I'm a Reiki master healer as well and teacher, but um like that Reiki master might be like, this is way out my depth. You're going to go need to find a shaman. And then I would be the shaman that, you know, if I'm in somebody's, you know, radar online or offline. Which is why I always say, like, you know, I respect Reiki, but it's not something I go on about too much because I just don't resonate with it really at all, to be honest. As much like, but you know, I respect that was part of my journey, but it's because I'm here to clear the darker stuff in a bigger way. So, and some people are here to be like more like so interesting. Like, so this is because we're in Scorpio. I'm going into this. Like, I am a divine feminine that's here to bring the light and the love, and I just don't like saying love and light because it can be a bit fake. But you know, I'm here to bring the light and encourage you to shine your light and share your gifts and encouraging and helping other people with their gifts and empowering and all this kind of stuff. But I'm also very much about the shadow and empowering assertiveness and you to, you know, come from your healed shadow and to be aware of your shadow and to be aware of the shadow and the projections and others. And you know what I mean? So all this, that's not negativity that needs to be spoken about. Because some people, you know, if people are on that sort of toxic positivity train of, oh, that's so negative. You can only talk about positive stuff. Or, I'm not going to talk about karmic energies because that's negative. Well, twin flames go through a lot of karmic stuff. So if you're not going to talk about karmic energies, you're kind of like, that's like people that don't do reversals. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and again, everybody works in their own way. But me personally, if a card comes out reverse, the card is reverse. Maybe there's a few unique circumstances where I'm feeling I'll read both of the energy, but you know what I mean? That just to me seems like going into a bit of denial. Like, you know what I mean? The card didn't come up right, it came out in reverse. Okay, that's just the way I look at it, whether I was watching someone else or whether I'm doing it. But again, it's weird because I respect if somebody else doesn't read it, then that's the way that they do it. But it's the way that that's the way I see it. So, but yeah, I'm very much straight down the line, yin yang, and it's why I can handle listening, yin yang. It's why I can handle listening to twin flames that have had a very dark, rough ride together and come back together after everything they went through. Like, I'm not going to judge that. I'm in no place to, believe me. But it's like, but I can really help people because of that, because I understand the pain that more than most what you go through on this journey. So, love on the brain, dreaming, fantasizing, daydreaming, and nostalgic. So that is the masculine right now. But I feel feminine, you've been there a long time. The masculine's now in it. We've got fishing for comments. Not gonna lie, that card stumps me. I don't know who that is. It could be a spiritual hater, actually, because we've got spiritual hater. Hates on your spirituality, light, magic, and power. So look out for bumsooks. That's what I would say. Like, people coming back from the past that are like, oh, you're doing so well, or you're looking so amazing, or oh my God, I didn't know you had a YouTube channel. Like, oh my God, so when did you get no? You know. You might not watch every time, but you've been watching. Do I talk shite? Sorry, I just used that example because it's like that would be my reaction if someone done that to me. I'd be like, because I would know. That's the point. I would know. So I'm just telling people right now, don't even bother doing that shit, guys. Never, they don't know. Because I've said now for years, I don't mind that I do this because nobody ever does that. Nobody. I don't bump into people anyway, right? Because I barely leave the house. I'm only joking. I do leave the house though, but when I leave, it's like I get to leave and I don't see people, and I'm glad about that. But it's if I did, they'd have to admit that they're watching. Do you know what I mean? So people are not like, oh yeah, I've seen you talking about twin flames on YouTube. Nobody ever fucking does that. Do you know what I mean? Because it's probably a spiritual hater. GPS, it tracks your every move. Mm-mm. So again, you're either a divine feminine that you've got people that do that, or that's people spiritually hating on the masculine. What else? Oh, travel. I feel this keeps coming through about, I'll use that. I feel this masculine wants to go on some kind of getaway, a weekend or a longer holiday to talk about stuff. In the past, they were too busy winning with a karmic lesson that they've put behind them. So, trigger alert, sorry, but it came out like that. Remember, this is the karmic lesson question. What they need to release, so somebody could still be in this, but look, too busy winning karmic lesson. Somebody was in their ego, thought they'd won, thought it was some kind of game, thought they'd got one up on you. It was a karmic lesson. They've learned that person was fake smiles. So that was all very clear, that message. See how crystal clear they can be on a Scorpio moon? Yeah, fake smiles. So that's what I feel that was. Whoever that is was a karmic lesson for this person. They've learned the hard way. They thought they'd won. Wait a minute, let's see what happened with that person. Whoever this is for. That actually, that fake smiles person is also the spiritual hater in some cases of the feminine. But they're moving out. So this could have been, again, I kind of felt it. This could be a karmic lesson that somebody's moved in with, at least if they're moving out. But this could be somebody that somebody's, been settled with, girlfriend, boyfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, girlfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, husband, husband, wife, wife, whatever combinations. Bad karma. So again, they're coming out again. It's not everyone's, but it's going to come out with the dark stuff. Somebody learned a karmic lesson getting involved with a fake person who was a spiritual hater. The person could have actually been a spiritual hater of the person they've actually met. You know what I mean? Of the masculine. And the masculines went through bad karma for this. And they're, you know, they've moved away, or they will be moving. This is actually Venus conjunct Uranus right now. I mean, this could actually be happening to people right now. Not even lying. Scarcity tactic. Yeah, look, playing games. Karmic energy played games with them. I feel they played games with you at some point. Rejected. They could have rejected you, or they're rejecting the karmic energy, but they love you. Look, the ring. Remember I said at some point there's going to be an engagement with however this story all ends up, because someone loves you. So, you know, for some it might not be that, you know, this person might have just been living with somebody, they've moved out, they've had a narrow miss, an escape, and you know, they want to marry you. But I do feel in some cases they you know, they were sweet talked by a karmic energy. It's like an Ursula, the Little Mermaid, you know, they fell for the, oh my god, look at all the shit they were talking about singing, you know. Like they fell for the, it was like Prince Eric under a spell. They fell for Ursula and they didn't wake up from the spell before it turned into what the truth was. Shine, your light irritates their demons. I'm telling you, I can feel it. Whoever the divine feminines are, male or female, your light irritates the fake people's demons. I need to go back to this deck now where I showed you the demons that are behind the masculine. That's, in some cases, the masculine got involved with people that their true form is like that. Like, they act ugly and nasty, and it brings out the ugly and nasty in them, and that's the energy that I've been feeling. You know, the groupies. Look, groupies. This is witches. That's what I'm picking up on. It's like a coven of witches, but remember, a coven of witches can also just be bitchy girls that sit about and gossip because they've got nothing better to do. Police station. I don't know if that's coming into it. Police station. I shuffled and it fucking came out again. This is when we need to stop. This is when my talent gets a bit too deep. Oh shit, yeah, it really does. Really does. Really does. I'm not reading name. Somebody's karmic energy has got addictions, or there's some, I'm going to read the rest of these, what you are saying, right? But there's something, I think somebody's got a very unhealthy obsession. And there's something about addictions. Either it's you watching that's the masculine or the feminine that has some type of addictions. Because remember, addictions don't need to be things like alcohol, drugs, and sex and rock and roll and whatever else. It can be like you've got an addiction to social media or whatever else. But this is talking about addictions, and it is actually talking about the harder stuff. Dirt digging and child services. It's the card I don't like. So however that all comes into it, it kind of feels like they're trying to say this is the type of people. So this is what I mean. Like this is not narrow misses for some people. Like some people have like got very heavily involved with people like this, and they're playing nasty. Queen bee. So secure, confident, boss bitch, career focus. So I feel it's like if you're the feminine energy, when you shine and you stay in your strength, it's helping this person come out of the illusion. Holy fuck, that happened. This, I'm gobsmacked. This happened the other day. This fucking happened the other day. Those two cards came out the same time the other day. It might have literally just been on the last live stream that I done. That is those two decks together, and that is the same card. And those, that is the divine feminine card in that deck. Queen Bee and Queen Rising, stepping into power, praised, coming up in the spotlight. And guess who doesn't like it? The karmic energies. It's like the fake Gucci Pradas don't like that the real ones are. And again, I don't like using that example because I'm not actually. I couldn't give you a. I couldn't give a fuck about any of that. I think the YSL bags are the ugliest things I've ever seen in my life. Sorry, throw the energetic fruit at me. I don't like. They're ugly. They're ugly. You know what I mean? Anyway, moving on. So Yeah, fake smiles and groupies are jealous of people that are truly confident and in the spotlight for being good at something. But I think we need to tap out of this now. But yeah, like I said, it's, you know, when you sit about gossiping with people like that and you're pouring a lot of energy into being horrible about somebody that doesn't deserve it, whether that person's female, I mean, it looks like that person or you is female and they're female. I mean, I look at all the females. But again, this could easily be like, you know, like divine feminine, karmic males are talking about karmic. You know what I mean? It could be men talking about men, or it could be men talking about. It could be all different sexes, but it's a whole load of fucking birds on that. So moving on. Thank you. Next, whatever it is, this is the karmic lesson. The masculines are waking up to the people that are fake smiles and groupies and energy vampires, and they're realizing who the queen bee is, who the divine feminine is, and they're realizing that those people spoke. Oh, that's what it is. These people gossip and speak about the divine feminines because your light irritates their demons, or the divine feminine's light irritates their demons. And this masculine's working out. That's why they talk about, and that's why they gossip and say things and stuff, because they're jealous. And again, a lot were like, yeah, we know that. But it's like that this person couldn't see that. They were under a spell, they were under an illusion, like Prince Eric and the Little Mermaid. Because remember, before Ursula turns into Sea Witch, she looks pretty hot. Remember, she's got like dark hair and, you know, she looks like a pretty woman. And then she turns in, you know, she turns, oh, I wonder if they're trying to say something else with that. You know what I mean? Pretty woman. Um, moving on, thank you. Next. So whoever that is, the masculines woke up to that person. So whoever this makes sense to. Now I'm going to read the chat to see who that was making sense to, because that was a lot of tea that they were spilling. This deck's hilarious, so we're going to use it because I haven't used it in a. Yeah. Let's see. So at peace with the dark, I can smile and laugh through the most difficult things yet. Do you know why that is? That's because you've got that Scorpio rising and the Sag moon like me. People that are here all the time will be able to, you know, let you know. That's what I say. If I didn't have that Sag moon, I would be, like I said, we would both be different people. That Sag moon is a complete blessing because it helps you look at the positive in a very, even in a very dark time, you know, and not toxic positivity either. Like when things are dark, I can handle it being dark, and I'm not going to make somebody laugh to get out of an awkward situation. Although sometimes I will do that. You know what I mean? I can handle the darkness, but if something dark's happening in my own life, I might be the first person to make a joke about it. You know what I mean? Because it's Sag Moon is the Joker. You know, we can handle things. So I'm glad you can see that about yourself too. Refrains from the pearl necklace joke. I know. I know. I have noticed that one too. I mean, yeah. Who knows? It is a bit strange though. Do you know what I mean? Because Charlotte said that last time too. Why was it like one night they were all wearing pearl necklaces and now they're all wearing? I think it is some kind of strange signaling. I think it is. Because I googled it, but Google it and it'll tell you some shit about it's the fashion. I don't think so. Um, I'm going to be keeping an eye out for some more strange things. It was like, you know, when that girl was on Celebrity Big. Oh, this is great because you're from the UK. When that girl was on the Celebrity Big Brother, you know, the American one, Jojo. She done the Illuminati sign. Like she went at one point, she went like that with her eye and done it, and it was really quick, but I caught it. It's all real. Going to have to watch Love Island. Only watched one season a few years back. Yeah, it's good. It's entertaining. You know what I mean? It's shite, but it's good. You know what I'm saying? Fishing for comments is very relevant, but for a positive reason for my situation anyway. Oh, well, there you go then. So that's why I read them out, because it doesn't need to make sense to me as long as it makes sense to you. I do like it to make sense to me too, though. I'm like, I want to know what this means, but most of the time I do. But that one, I'm like, so many people hate on spirituality until weird things start happening. They can't. Exactly, exactly. You know, it's like you know, I don't now, but well, nah, I don't now, but like I used to have people around me that would make out it's a whole load of shit, and that, you know, oh, that's Claire's weird thing, And then next thing you know, like, oh, they're all into Claire's weird thing, and it's like, oh, I've always been like this. People always do that shit. My spirit is my younger brother. I know because he would move and hide things, even tap on the sink. Then I moved home and he came with me. Still happens now. Oh, that's amazing. You've still got a nice connection with him in spirit. Both me and the masculine had a narrow escape from our exes. Should have called the police when I was with my ex. That'll be why police station kept coming out. What the fuck, that card coming out? Police station, yeah, twice. Especially because I shuffled two decks and it came out again. The thing is, right, now, the chances are, if one of you has had a toxic karmic ex at one point, even if it was, we're talking, this could be like 10, 20 years ago, it does mean the other one will go through it too. That's what I've noticed with Twin Flames. Because remember, I've been doing this for 10 years. I've been working with Twin Flames for 10 years. I've been on the Twin Flame journey 22 years myself. Consciously aware of who mine was for 15 years. I knew it was a very strong connection even before the 15 years, but that's when I don't know if you could say come out of denial, or I wouldn't say come out of denial. It will, maybe, well, I don't know, I wouldn't describe it like that. It was more just, I was protecting myself because I was like, I cannot fall in love with this guy. He doesn't look like he's a settling down type, or definitely not. He's not going to settle down with me. So, but then, you love who you love. Yeah, bossing up, doing evening math classes, and recently got promoted for volunteering. I do. Oh, go you. Also got fit again. My ex will hate that I'm not sick anymore, doing well. All his friends hate me. Beck, that's hilarious because have you said that have you heard me say that? I don't think you will have, because you just joined recently. I was watching a Pilates video a few weeks ago and the girl was like, this video is sponsored by your ex's tears. She said something like, we're going to make sure that we look so hot this summer that they're all crying. I was like, it was good motivation when you were like trying to keep it up. You know what I mean? I thought it was quite funny. But yeah. But yeah, anyway, that is the point. If someone's had a toxic ex at some point, it's going to be mirrored. It's not always mirrored with a romantic thing, by the way. If somebody's had a toxic friend at some point, that can be mirrored. So, say somebody's had a toxic friend, they'll have a toxic friend, something will mirror. Somebody's had a toxic ex, the other person could have a toxic friend. Like you could, because again, you can get that. You know, you can get people that get obsessed in all kinds of ways, or an obsessed family member. You could have a karmic family member or something. You know what I mean? So, and again, that is my area of expertise, is spotting all that. When I'm actually in a personal session, if that's something that needs to be looked at, like I'll be able to listen to your story and I'll be able to spot things that you can't see. That's what my job is. Right. So, but just be aware of that. It really does work like that. That whatever one goes through, the other will go through too. It's just not always exactly what you think. Like, so say for instance, like I can think of scenarios where if there's things to do, all the examples they're giving me, I can't talk about really. It's not give me one that would be a good one. Here's just a general one I see all the time, and it's coming up again. In fact, it came up in the one that I read for tomorrow, by the way, is really heavy. I don't think there's any reason why I won't put it in public, but if I watch it back at some point tomorrow and I decide I don't want to put it in public yet, I'll probably put it out later. It's in the membership, right? So it's in the membership now. I think I've published it already. So I don't know, but I think it's fine. I think I'll put it out. But the gist of it was, there's a whole, it's quite similar to this actually. There was at one point a feminine has went through a whole load of gossip and fake friends and frenemies and basically people talking about you when you didn't deserve it for being different. Because it was the fable that I pulled. Oh, wait a minute. And it's like it was quite heavy because it feels like the masculine has realized that they partook in it. Like, it's like they listened to the opinions and the gossip of other people and they weren't strong enough to be with somebody different. I mean, that's kind of twin flame story. I mean, it's not everyone's twin flame story, but it's good. Quite a lot of people are going to resonate with that, right? It's because divine feminines are very different, unique. Like I said in that video, like I only know for me personally, I'm here to anchor in the codes of the new earth. I'm not meant to look like other people. You know what I mean? I'm not meant to talk like other people. I'm not meant to look like other people. And also, my soul hates to be. I hate copycat energy. I like to be unique and different. If everybody's putting DF to DM in the title, you can bet your ass I'm not putting DF to DM in the title. Do you know what I'm saying? And by the way, I could have grew this channel a lot faster if I had put that in the title. I just didn't want to be like everyone else. So again, no shade on everyone else. It's just it made me cringe. You know what I mean? It annoys me. DF to DM, DM. It's just like I thought if I ever I have to put the whole word, and it's really annoying for how much you can fit in. But yeah, I like to be different with everything that I do. I like original energy. And again, it's because my moon and Sag conjunct Uranus, the planet of being different, which remember we've got Venus. So say a baby is born today, Venus conjunct Uranus. That would be somebody that the way they love is very non-traditional, very unique, very different, like twin flames, yeah, that could come out. There's so many different angles I could go with that. But yeah, trigger warning. Been stressed recently because I realised my abuser has probably made out to his friends that I was the abuser. That's why his friends hate me. His family know better. Thank God. Yeah, so sorry to hear that. That's very common. And that's actually like, that's very in line with what I'm feeling with what I picked up on it. Do you know what? Again, have I picked up on you again? And the one, oh yeah, that I think I'm going to have to put it. That is, I think that one for tomorrow, you might be one of the people that resonate with that. So make sure you put a comment if you do, or at least tell me in the chat, because this is all very similar. Like it was basically someone that's been gossiped about by their community and people that are meant to be their friends. And then the masculines, you must know the same people or something, because the masculine's been pulled into it. And now they're going through heartbreak because they're realizing they were wrong to do that, and it feels like the same is now happening to them. So that's what I mean about, it goes, to me, DM is direct message. Yeah, I know. Well, in the twin flame land, it's divine masculine. But yeah. Anyway, I will put it out, but it was a heavy reading, but it all came right in the end, as it always does. And like I said, if that does resonate with you, once this person gets through the healing and, feeling really bad about that, they'll be able to come forward and you'll be able to work it all out. But what you're describing sounds like when, people do turn things on people. That's what karmic people do. Listen, I will have a 1,000,000% had that happen to me out there. But I don't know about it and I don't give a fuck, because if people are going to believe somebody over me, they're not a friend to me anyway, are they? But yeah, that's what when people have done wrong, they will turn it and they will try to make you the villain. So, and some people are that stupid they can't see through that. So, that's their loss if they lose you. And again, that can be about twin flames. That can be about other friends and stuff too, because it's like, I've had that happen loads of times in my life where I know I've not done anything to be ostracized, and people all side with, the people that have acted wrong. But again, all that shit's happened in my life 1,000,000 years ago, like lifetimes ago. And, I wish everybody happiness and peace, and I'm happy and at peace. And that's why that's why I said the other night, there's only a little crack in the door for who to come back and knock in if he wants to come and talk to me. Nobody else. So quite clear about that. Family also villainized me all over Facebook at the same time after my grand died. Oh, Beck, that's so awful. I'm so sorry to hear that. That sounds like you're surrounded by a lot of narcissistic people. You're sounding more like the masculine twin, to be honest. You're sounding like the masculine twin. Have you seen me chat like that? It's quite interesting though, because sometimes when you've spoke, you do feel like the divine feminine. But now this is sounding more like the masculine twin. Are you one of these people? Have we had this chat? Are you one of the people that kind of like, it's like, I don't know. It's like I'm feeling both. We've all got both, but it's like what you're describing sounds like, especially if you only woke up to who your twin flame is last year. That sounds like you're the masculine. But again, I would be able to work it out talking on a session. Crazy channeling from you. Yeah, they just talk through me. They just talk through me. The guides, God, the loved ones, and spirit. But it'll speak more to you stronger because you're Scorpio rising. It'll feel like I'm speaking to your soul. That's the truth. Because when I find people that are Scorpio rising that I like, it feels like that to me too. Like, you know, like I said in the video earlier, like, you know, if I did have an addiction to YouTube, full disclosure, I'm no fucking make any secrets about that, right? I've been on this journey a long time and I had to have a word with myself. You know, nothing's ever going to happen that you want it to. You're not going to get anywhere near it if you watch these videos as much as you do. Because actually, it's just the truth. Because it's chasing. You might not be literally chasing them in reality, but if you're watching loads of videos like too many, you're chasing them and they feel it. They'll be able to energetically feel it. So if you can actually just come away from doing that, then that's a great thing. If you're kind of new, like you're kind of new at the journey, it does help. You know, it helps you, it comforts you. Like you said, I'm glad that you said it was making you, however you said it was comforting you in that. You know what I mean? And your whatever you said in your own words, that's what I'm here to do. But once you get to the point where you're like, this is just a bit of a bad habit or a bit of an addiction, like it's a dopamine fix, you know. But then you get to the point on the journey where I'm at, where I'm like, it's not actually a dopamine fix. It's just annoying hearing the same thing over and over again. And I know that I channel it too, but it's like, you know, that's quite a good place to get to because you might just still watch somebody because you actually like the person. And you know what I mean? Not so much because you're bothered about what they're going to say, because it's all timeless anyway, past, present, future. You know what I mean? So you've just got to be like, oh yeah, that's interesting. It feels like it's for me, but fuck knows when that's going to happen. If it ever happens, I'm just letting it go. You know, I'm getting on with my life. So, um, look, don't take 12, take one. Okay, maybe two. Move on. You know what I mean? It's like, stop fucking whining. Pretty harsh, but no one wants to listen to that shit. Complaining makes you weak. You have the strength to change the world, so do it. That's hilarious and a bit harsh. But it's just kind of like what I was saying about the shadow side of cancer would be moaning and whining. And so again, trigger alert. If anyone's cancer or anything, you might get triggered by this, but it's true. And listen, we can throw shade on all the signs, the light and the shade. But there's this girl on Love Island, and she's just honestly, if you watch Love Island, you'll know exactly what I'm saying. Before I checked the star signs, I was like, she's a Cancer. She's either Cancer or she's Pisces, or she's got heavy something somewhere. I shit you not. I looked it up. She's got an abundance of planets in Cancer. Like, even the person that wrote the article was like, she's, you know, basically it's all in Cancer because she's just, her face is always tripping her. She's always moaning or crying or like being moody. And I'm like, nobody wants to be around somebody that's like that, like 24/7. You know what I mean? Whereas when she's in a good mood, she's actually good company. And again, that's just generalizing, right? Like it's not. It's just because she's got an overload of cancer, basically. I know loads of cancer sun people, moon, rising, whatever, and that's not what they're like. And it's because they'll have a bit of a variety, but that person has not got much variety in the chart. And that's, but it's just, I'm shit hot at astrology, past life astrologer. I can spot people's star signs, rising signs, even before I look it up because I knew that's what she was and she is. So the same with, like I said earlier, the one that's like the one that keeps weirdly wearing the other one's bikinis when they're fighting over a man. Uh, that's weird. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, is she a Pisces? I went, looked, she's a Pisces. You just can't. Again, must stress. We've got beautiful Pisces people that tune in. Some of my favorite people talk, but it's just it's the shadow side of it. You know what I mean? What on earth would make you wear the person's bikini that you're in competition with when but you know what I mean? It's like it's the only so I said this in the video earlier, but I'm like, either she's that kind of head up in the clouds, not thinking about it, or genuinely doesn't think it's a big deal. Um or she's doing it on purpose, you know. Either way, bit of a C word, you know what I'm saying? It's just weird. Why would you do that? If you're kind of fighting over a man full stop, I know, like, no. But it's that's what happens. It's all fucking inverted. On Love Island, you've got the fucking birds chasing the guys. They encourage it. You know what I mean? It's more that than the other way. It's embarrassing, really, but it's entertaining. And it gives me something to talk about to teach people the opposite if you want to listen. You know what I mean? Um, it's really not the opposite, it's equal. It should be equal. It just does sound a lot like the masculine has to chase the feminine because, well, in this particular story, the masculine has fucked up. So it is the masculine's place to go to the feminine to make it right. That's how this is coming through. Right, super spot on. Learning, losing people is not your loss was a hard lesson. Yes, me too. I hear you. Really not sure if I'm the masculine or the feminine. Yeah. Well, oh yeah, you said that last time. Yeah. It doesn't matter then. You'll work it out. But I'm just telling you, most people that get drawn to here that are female, they are the masculine. So it's feeling that's what it feels like you are. But I don't know, at times when you're talking, I just can really feel your feminine side too. And it's just something that when you're on the other channels, you'll not hear that because that's my unique perspective on it. It's so strange that I do all the females tend to be the masculine on this channel. And then we've got some of the males that are the feminine, but not all. We've got some of the males that talk are the masculine. And none of the females that talk are the feminine that I can think of. Yeah, none of the females that talk are the feminine. They watch though. Some watch, but they don't talk. I'm already at this. This is just inconvenient stage. Feel like my journey is happening very fast. It is. That's really interesting. It does feel like your journey is happening very, very. You're that card that's fast track to ascension. Especially, like I said, I'm not being funny. Especially because you found this channel. Because when I've been, you know what I mean, like I said, thank you for even stopping to listen to me because a lot of people won't. They will not get it. They'll think not many views on this channel, you know, not many subscribers, not many likes. Now I fucking hid the likes because I worked out people's egos are that, you know what I mean? Like, and it is working. Can I just say that although the likes are hidden, there are more likes on the videos. Terrible, isn't it? So I'm going to keep the likes off for now. But like I just noticed some of the shorts have actually got like well into double figures of the likes on the ones that got quite a lot of views. So I hadn't even noticed. It was like sometimes when I go back and look at some of the old ones, I'm like, all right, that'll be why we're attracting more people. Because people, it's like 80% of people find me through the shorts. So I keep me. I'm going to start putting like more shorts out, you know, because it just makes sense because that's how people are finding me. Could not imagine wearing someone else's bikini. I know, just hygiene wise, it's a bit fucking. Anyway, I was thinking, I hope they're fucking. They will be washing them. But anyway, it's more just. We're going down a different route. But it's just more just fucked up, isn't it? If they're already fucking swapping. They're already swapping energies and saliva, doing fucking kissing challenges, and let's not fucking go to any other angles there. I don't think you need to be wearing a bikini hen. Do you know what I mean? It's giving it a bit weird. Do you know what I mean? Although, side note, I do want her and that guy to get together because it does look like they're the ones that are really meant to be together. But I don't like that behavior. That's fucking weird. That's a copycat. That's strange. Just saying. She might not be realizing, but I think she does. She done it 2 days in a row. She's like, oh, I think I'll just wear Shakira's bikini. Oh, I think that's a fucking Barry idea. You're fucking you're telling her man you want to shag him, but I just wear her bikini too. Why don't you go fucking put her high heels on while you're at it? Why don't you go and try and find her ex? You know, why don't you go out when you're out? Weirdo. Anyway, so wonder if it's because I face all my trauma head on, always have. After everything I've been through, I can handle anything, even on my own. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's sounding like it. Same as wearing someone's underwear. I mean, exactly, exactly. I feel whole all by myself, which makes it super hard to know if I'm masculine or feminine. Well, keep going that way. Keep working on feeling whole by yourself, and you will attract your equal match. Right. Just be patient. That's all I can say. Right. So, what have we got? What have we got for? What one are we on actually? Because I've went way past. I've been on this for ages. Never mind. Doesn't matter. As long as it's the battery that matters, because the battery will run out. 44%. 44 could be significant. Shadow work. Right. So let's get a shadow work card. Step away from the crazy. Oh my God, is this for me? Step away from the crazy making diet for a hot second. Kale and spirulina taste like ass. Yes, it says that. And the thing that is even more funny is tonight I had like a really, really healthy, like the healthiest tea I've probably ever had. I made like this wee burger bowl thing with like, you know, like anyway, it was like, you know, like the greens and the all the healthy stuff, and it was actually really nice, and it was, but it was just that's really funny because it's the first time I've ever done it. I was like, if somebody came to my house now, I'd be like, by the way, this isn't how I eat all the time, but this is how if this shit works, this is how I'm going to eat forevermore. That's how I feel about it. But get some yummy shit, bacon, chocolate, beer, get some. Now that's the divine feminine shadow work. For me personally, I am not going to be taking the advice of this because I'm not actually liking chocolate as much as I once did, and I was a chocoholic. Bacon, I'll come back to you on that one. Bacon is my addiction, and I did have bacon today, but that no, I'm not shitting you up. I told myself that I am not going to be having bacon for at least a month. I don't know how that one's going to go. But I'm kind of feeling like because I was like that about coffee. Like I had a coffee, I had at least a cappuccino every day. I had to walk on the beach and get a cappuccino. Sorry to be a bit harsh with my words right now. I keep thinking the coffee people might think that I have died. Seriously. Because I went in there every day. They knew what I was going to have before I even said it. Whichever one I went to, because there's loads of coffee places where I am, but for a while I would go to the same ones. Depends what the weather's like. And I've not been in one of them for like months on end. In fact, I went in a few months ago because I was with my mum. And because the thing is, my mum will still get a coffee, and sometimes I'll get a hot chocolate, but just there's this other one that's like I just hadn't been going to that one. So anyway, it's quite funny. Like whenever when I did go in that random time a few months ago, they looked at me like they seen a ghost. But the point is, it's like, you know, so the point of me saying this is you might think, oh, you'll never not do that. But if I can do it, you can do it. Because like I said, I was that addicted to coffee. And then I was like, this isn't very healthy. Like to be that, you know, for it, you know, to be that hooked on it. But also just like hormones and that with me being 41, it's not good for loads of things. Like we've just spoke about periods, hormones, it stops you, it kills your adrenals. Like having coffee first thing in the morning is the worst thing you can do. Sorry, people are going to hate me for that. It's true. Um, and I have managed to brainwash myself into drinking herbal tea. It's fucking weird. Herbal tea is the most boring fucking thing ever. But it made me go in search of exciting ones, and I've found them. I've found the holy grail of herbal teas. I don't know about the Holy Grail, but I'd say the Holy Grail. There's an apple one. It's an apple and I think it's a baobab tree or something, but it's apple and something. They're nice, and then anyway, but there's nice herbal teas. There's ones that do taste like ass though, like this card says. Like I've got nettle tea that tastes like that. It's not nice, but it's good for you. But anyway, so you do you, boo, right? Some of you might have been overdoing it because again, it's like so. Say when it gets close to my time of the month, I will have dark chocolate. It's 11:44 right now as well. But I don't, as far as all the other stuff, I just don't. If I do crave it, if I do want like ice cream or like, because remember I said, and this is what I mean, I'm not really strict about it because I did sit and eat a whole tub of ice cream on that Cancer moon, the Cancer new moon, and I didn't regret it. I needed to do that shit. I was when I was eating it, I was like, I'm not regretting this. When I got up the next day, I was like, I don't regret that, but I won't do it again for ages. Do you know what I mean? Like, so that's how I kind of go. But yeah, so but I feel if you're the divine feminine, male or female, you could be like going really hard at something, and you might need to take a wee cheat day or something, you know, especially if it's about food. But then you just get right back on it the next day. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't know about you, but when I'm eating healthy, I'm creating a way of life. I'm not doing a diet. Like, you know, yeah, when you want to release, because we don't want to lose weight, we want to release it because we don't want it to come back. Unless, like I say all the time, if you need to put on weight, that's a different thing, and I can help you with that 1-to-1. But common sense kind of thing. But yeah, I've tried every type of diet and all that. Some work, some don't. But the conclusion I've come to is it's a combination of the trauma that I'm holding on into my body. I will only be able to release it when I have a conversation with my person, my divine masculine. So hopefully that happens at some point because I would really like to release this pain and trauma. So no pressure. I'm kind of half joking, telling the truth. But I'm telling you, I'm telling the truth, so I'm telling the truth. But yeah, that again, seriously, it is. It's totally energetic and it's holding on to something because I have tried all the other types of trauma release and it's come off the way it's meant in other ways. And I feel that, yeah. But I'm also doing the exercise and I'm walking all and doing all that stuff. But that's the thing, the body holds on to trauma, you know what I mean? So if you've not found a way to release it, and sometimes that is just by, you know, talking, having a conversation. Okay, let's get one for the masculine. Hell yes to the more likes, yes. Kudos to making healthy stuff taste good, yes. It can happen. Miracles can happen. You don't like chocolate? What? Do you like dark chocolate? And hell, that's lucky. Fucking love chocolate. Although, like I said, I've went off the taste because I've not been having that as much. I'm like, oh, it's not doing it for me. I've got a fucking tub of Ferrero Rocher through there. They were one of my favourites. I've not even opened them. My mum's in shock. Remember I said on my birthday, right? My mum's birthday is the 26th of May. She said because like we were going to see an older relative, right, and it was like in hospital, and basically but she couldn't have them, right? I don't know why my mum thought that her 98-year-old auntie could have Ferrero Rocher, but say she's, I mean, maybe she can. I don't know, but anyway, no, because she's again, she's out of hospital, she's doing well and stuff, as far as I'm aware. But anyway, she couldn't have the Ferrero Rocher, so my mum gave them to me, and I was like, oh, but I'm eating healthy. She went, yeah, give me them. You'll eat all of them. I haven't. They're in the cupboard, and they're not. They're not even out. I don't think they're even out the plastic stuff. Do you know what I mean? So I'm well proud of myself. Um, but it's like they're there. If I want to have one, I will. But I'm not doing it. Discipline. If you want somebody to help you with weight loss, weight release. See, I catch myself. Weight release or getting over an addiction. I'm a good person to help you do that because I keep at it until I combat it for myself. And so I hold the intention for when I hold the intention for a client or when I hold the intention for friends, even if people are lucky enough to be in my personal life like that, or because there's no many these days, or if it's like I've said before, when I've got friends that are going for sales of houses or anything like that, they'll be like, send me prayers or send me good, you know what I mean? People that are my true friends, like they know that, you know what I mean? Like I'm in a high frequency and it can rub off on people. So that's why I was like, I'm no fucking letting people from up. I'm not. If you fucked me over in the past, you're gonna fuck me over again. Stay away. You know what I mean? Not divine masculine. Divine masculine can come back and talk, but that's I always have to just say that because he's done about that too. It's other half of your soul. If you reject the other half of your soul, you're not getting the journey. I didn't say any of this shit was fair. So it's a journey of unconditional love and forgiveness. Do not take any of this on board if you're not a twin flame, please. If a guy had treated me the way this one had and he wasn't my twin flame, I would have been like, see you fucking later. You know what I mean? But true. But it is what it is. Right. In fact, I have had other guys be like that. Do you know what I mean? And you just forget about them. You don't even fucking give them a second thought. You can't do that if it's your twin flame. Sorry, there's a mark on the screen, so I don't know if that's got something to do with it, like something left a mark on you or something, because I felt guided to. Right, well, good luck for next one, thank you. I'm not sure, but I think my person turns 44 this year. Oh, interesting. There's a bit of an age gap between us. What age are you? Going to allow myself to eat Victoria Sponge this month. Cake is my cheat food. I do love that. If I was going to eat cake, I do love it. I love all kinds of cake, to be honest. Chocolate would be my first choice. But I wonder, maybe it isn't now. Maybe it isn't now. Had so much chocolate as a kid that can't stand it as an adult. Wow, that's really interesting. I'm also a bit allergic to dairy. That's very interesting. Saying that, I like chocolate ice cream. Yeah, who doesn't like chocolate ice cream? That's my first choice. Ah, you're 30. I've got a lot of people that get drawn to. Well, not a lot. I've got a few people I can think of that are 30 that follow here. Trauma definitely caused my dairy allergy. Oh, interesting. Right. Okay. So, what have we got for the masculine shadow work? These cards are hilarious. Is it going to be a funny one? Oh my god, it's all about food. So again, remember, so although we're going in and we're going in and out talking about serious stuff and joking and stuff like that, but food, when you've got a lot of trauma, and I say all the time, there's not one person walking alive that doesn't have some type of trauma. If people say otherwise, they're talking shite. Everybody's got trauma of some kind, right? It's just, and you shouldn't compare pain anyway. Like, pain is pain. But what I'm trying to say is your relationship to food says a lot about trauma. Because before I healed, oh my god, the card I knew was going to come out for the masculine is actually on the bottom of the deck. Like, yeah, before I healed my connection to food, which was a long time ago now, I didn't eat very well. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't bothered about food. I didn't get why people were so bothered about it. I didn't know why people got excited about eating their tea and that, and like, what the fuck's the big deal? And then when I healed more of my sacral chakra and just my chakras in general and balanced my energy, I love food, you know, and that's why I'm like geeked up about eating healthy food. And even like when I'm in my shadow, when I want to eat like chocolate and fucking eat shite and that, because like I said, like it was at the start of this year, I was sitting eating giant bags of family crisps and chocolate and every fucking, you name it, sugary laces and sugary sweet jelly. I love sweet. I just love sweets. Do you know what I mean? I love sweets. I worked in a children's cancer ward, and that was one of the fun bits. That, like, you know what I mean? Again, side note, they should not have been getting that, but that is what they do. They make you go around with sweets and crisps and chocolate and everything. Don't even get me started on that. So it's actually the worst thing you could give a child with cancer. So just saying. But I think the mentality was they're already going through hell. You know, let them have something to cheer them up. But that's really toxic, to be honest. Anyway, moving on. But I do have fun memories of, like, eating sweeties and that with the kids and stuff, or just giving them the sweeties. It was fun. But obviously, when I was dishing this shit out, I was having the sweeties too. But it's kind of like there's something about food, you know. So whatever that all means to you. So I'll put the reviews below about when I've healed people to do with food. Yeah, I've got a few like that. So I have empowered people to heal themselves, rather, but held space for it. You need food in your belly. Eat a fucking taco. Have you eaten? You're acting like a big ass baby. So that's the masculine's one. Drop the fucking ego. Vulnerability is hot as fuck. So somebody is going through an ego death, or, well, actually, when we piece it together, all the other stuff's coming out. Somebody's in a very low place, actually. They might not be eating right, or they're overeating and scared of being vulnerable. But the message is vulnerability is hot as fuck. At the end of the day, see when Love Island, see when the guys start crying and showing their real emotions, it is hot as fuck. Even if it's not ones you're attracted to, it's like, that's fucking hot. So just putting that out there for the people that need to hear it. Shame, regret, guilt, those are just bullshit. Forgive, let that shit go. You need to forgive yourself, and then you've got more chance of being forgiven. You're talented and fucking amazing. The world needs your power. Use your voice. Just don't use it for dumb shit. Masculines are getting fucking tilted right anyway. Be fucking grateful. Shit could be so much worse. I'm sorry, I can't. These cards are just. I didn't write them, but they go with me, don't they? Quite funny. Right. Right. We better hurry this up. I did say when someone's chatting, it slows me down, but I'm here for it. This has been fun. When guys cry, damn, exactly, it's hot. Not if it's fake crying. I mean, we can tell if somebody's like putting on the tears, but they don't tend to do that. It's genuine. It's hot. Um, watch, all the fucking guys will be putting on the fake tears to get into somebody's pants tonight. You know. Right. So, what would help with inner union right now? But seriously, they would, because the manipulation would come from the Cancer. But this is just if people are in their shadow. Manipulation would come from the Cancer Sun, and the double downing on the manipulation would come from the Scorpio Moon, seducing someone. And then I don't know what the rising sign would be right now, but what would help with inner union right now? What cards will we use? Let's use these. So this is a deck that says our reunion is imminent. It's not come out for a while, so if it comes out tonight, that'll be quite funny. What would help with inner union? Inspiration. There is no one else who inspires me the way you do. I'm so proud of you, your achievements and gifts. Your love really gives me strength and courage to strive for more out of life. That's the feminine to the masculine. It's also the masculine and the feminine, but that's the feminine to the masculine. And that's true. If you're a true twin flame, there's no one else who like look that's quite cool because although it's in a bit of a fucked up way, look at what I just said. Like that is true. Like if I've had other guys that have treated me like crap, it's not really. I'm not a very good example because I haven't really. Like I've not. Nobody made it to be my boyfriend after one person, so it's kind of like, do you know what I mean? But it's like, you know, whatever. Quick. It's not even a fling. Whatever. I'm not a very good example, but what I'm saying is, I've definitely had somebody be one way and then they go, you know, they're just I attract a certain type. It's just I just do. I've said this before. I've got Venus in Aries in the fifth house. I do attract fuck boys. Full stop. So that's why I don't bother with them. You know what I mean? It's better for me to be on here doing this. And anyway, I'm 41 now anyway. So, but you know, I'm not going to be kicking about in these streets fucking looking for fuck boys. You know what I'm saying? No thanks. And also I'm on the twin flame journey, so that helps. It's like I know that I'm on the twin flame journey and I know what it is and who it is I want, and there's nobody else I want. And I also respect if he doesn't want to be with me. That's absolutely fine. He's made that clear by no fucking still being here. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, but there's no one else who inspires the divine feminine the way the divine masculine does. The divine feminine is proud of you, divine masculine, and your achievements and your gifts, whether you're sharing them or not. Your love really gives the divine feminine strength and courage to strive for more out of life. You do. Your divine masculine inspires you. They inspire you to have boundaries too. They might fuck you off, but they inspire you to, you know, be healed. Fuck boys don't do that. So that's a bit of a different perspective on it, isn't it? Especially if your twin flame has, you know, fitted that description. You know, it's a bit harsh. And fuck boy the same as a player, I suppose it is. But how I feel towards him, Venus and Scorpio. What have you got? Venus and Scorpio, Mars and Leo. That's pretty hard, Beck. Or has he got it? The guy that I've been talking about in Love Island, he's got Venus and Scorpio. Venus and Scorpio is hot. It is hot. Um, what would help the masculine within our union? Oh, nice. Daydream. I fantasize about you and I daydream about you every day. Oh my God, this is exactly what's already come out, isn't it? Because this person's in the fields daydreaming about what could have been. I often fantasize about you. I daydream about you every day. I can't get you off my mind all day, every day. I wonder what you are doing and how you feeling about me. Meet me in your dreams tonight so we can start making our future together in reality. I want to build a strong, solid foundation for us. So again, that's manifesting, you know, and that's in the title. Oh, I didn't put the title, but the first card which said have faith manifesting. So this person by daydreaming about you all day, every day is manifesting. So don't doubt it, divine feminine, because when you doubt it, they feel it. So, you know, passion. You excite me on every level. The heat is rising between us. That's the electric energy of Venus conjunct Uranus. The intensity for my desire for you. I want you. I want your body, mind, and soul. We will be one. It will be unlike anything we've ever experienced before. I have a lot of passion for you. You're such a passionate and magnetic queen. I feel drawn to you. Wow, that's pretty hot couple going on there. Hey, that's like my hat. The hat the guy's wearing is exactly the hat I just got. Don't know if I'm ever going to wear it, but I just saw it in the sale. I was like, I'm fucking getting that, man. I don't suit hats, but I'm going to see if it. And then remember, I said I put it on, and my friend was like, "You actually suit that." I was like, "Damn, I've become a grown up. I can wear a fucking sun hat. Don't know where the hell I'm going to wear it. I need to stop. I'm going to pee myself on jokes here. Right, so nearly at the end. So that's funny though. Right, so damn, I wish I was your lover. I don't know who sings that. It just popped into my head. It's a 0 point. It's midnight. So this is the cards for if you need a soul retrieval, this is what you need. I'm too much for most guys. Oh, is NGL not going to lie? I've just worked that out. I'm a genius. Only joking. I'm obviously very slow. I did not know what NGL meant, and I just got it. I'm too much for guys, not going to lie. Well, clearly I'm too much for guys because I've been single over 20 years. Do you know what I mean? It's because I can read them like a fucking book. They're like, shit, I'm going to get away with fuck all. I'm not going anywhere near her. it's also really spooky when you go into American accent. He's got a manly as fuck American. Yeah, I've always done that. When I talk about dirty things, I'm much better now. My friends used to laugh when I was younger. I couldn't say dirty words without saying an American accent. Now I can do it. I mean, please don't dare me because it's not really good to. Although I do on here. I mean, I've said dirty words already in this, but yeah, I used to get too embarrassed. I've not got that problem now, but I've also got nobody to practice saying dirty words to. So was that too far? I think that was too far, but I said it. But again, that's because that's because I healed that side of me. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with talking like that in a healthy adult relationship. And again, this is although I'm saying it in a jokey way, if you do have problems with like things like that, that could be from trauma. You know what I mean? But it just depends what we're talking about. Not everybody's into stuff like that, but I don't know why it's going to be relevant here. It's the more comfortable you are with yourself, the more comfortable you'll be talking about things like sex and that. You know what I mean? But anyway, I had to get comfortable about talking about sex in general in public because I'm here to teach people about. I mean, that's hilarious. I was at a film last night. It was called Sex Education, but it's like, yeah, I'm here to teach people on the twin flame journey specifically about the the sexual ties that you can make with people. When you're not careful with your energy, like this is how you attract obsessive stalkers, which is the energy of that we're in right now. Right. Someone that needs a soul retrieval, open. Say yes. Expand through the extremes. Trust life. You need a soul retrieval. You need to have a session and clear the energy. So again, I think somebody actually paired with what I just said. I think somebody you're not trusting life as much as you could because of some kind of. I think with what I just said, somebody could have some kind of sexual trauma going on there or something. So not dig too deep into that, but I can just tell with what I just spoke about and then that coming out, it's like that says say yes. So I think maybe you're like not letting anyone near you because you've went through something. Right. The second one. Look at this. So although we're doing the soul retrievals right now, so for somebody out here, and this could be more than one person, you could be about to come into union. Potential promise, it's about to happen, keep going. Lineage of the rose, moved by the goddess, here for this so-called gather. I feel that feels like, right, either a session that we have together, or it might be that you're going to join one of the group Zooms where I call in Mary Magdalene and Jesus, and it is like a sisterhood of the rose, lineage of the rose, unconditional love, sisterhood. Don't worry, I'll do a brotherhood of the rose. That's the other card, the brotherhood of the rose. Like I'll do basically, I put this out there before, and there were some guys that were interested, but it was I need I need a group of people. So I'm waiting until there's more. So I'm saying it now that basically, if that interests you and you want me to hold, uh, basically I'll be holding the women's circles, but I'll also hold a circle for a guy. And you could be like, look, some of them will be open to both sexes, but the reason why some it will just be a women's circle is because of what I just said. Like if there's been like sexual trauma and stuff like that, it's safer for women to all talk about it together, and so only fair that I'll have a guy circle. And again, it doesn't need to be that stuff that comes up, but for a lot of time it is with when women get together. So anyway, but I feel that yeah, it's for a group of people that there's basically have faith it's about to happen, especially because I just saw the card that says fall into our arms. And although that's talking about Mother Mary miracles, I feel, who's also another one of my guides, I feel it's fall into her arms, like divine masculine fall into her arms, or change the gender. Someone needs a soul retrieval to stop fitting in. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Look how what's come through. I've went through that journey. I'm still on that journey, but I'm not on the journey like I don't let people dim my light. I'm fucking shining it, whether people like it or not. Hooked. There's obsessive exes. And it must be obsessive exes. It's got to be people you've actually had a label on it at some point. Because I'm saying ex, I don't like the word ex, but let's see that deck. Let's see if your ex comes out or something. All right, what do we need to know about the future of this union? Let's read. Oh, star. It's also really spooky when you go in. Oh yeah, I just read that bit. Yeah, not gonna lie. You're so beautiful. I can't believe you're even in your 40s. It's mad you're single, right? Oh God, look how much you just. I don't know what to say to that. Thank you very much. But zoom and filter is very flattering. That's all I can say. Like in real life, I do have. Look at this. Like when I'm going forward to the screen, it looks like I've got no wrinkles. I have got wrinkles. I'm just saying. Um, but yes, I'm 41, and this year's going really fast. I was 41 in April, so. Um, but I also believe when you're following your calling, you do age backwards. Like, for instance, to go a bit galactic on you, right? The crystalline DNA activation, like basically I activate the dormant DNA in the light codes in people, right? But there's crystalline like activations that are going on right now, like, and that is a thing, aging backwards, definitely with twin flames. Because if you look at my shamanic journeys from 2020, I look 10 years older than I look now. It's quite funny. I mean, I'd prefer you not to go watch them, but actually maybe you do. I don't know if you've ever watched one of my shamanic journeys, Beck, but the healings that I put out around the pandemic, yeah, maybe you need to watch one of them. But my hair's grey as fuck. I was letting my grey grow in, and then I was like, nah, I can't do this. It's just too much. Do you know what I mean? Like, so we had to not do that. But trust me, before I dyed my hair the other day, if like I said, I did actually like it. I did say that. Like, I was kind of, you know what I mean? I wasn't going to let it grow in, but I'm like, I was seeing how it was going to look. I didn't, yeah, it was all right. But not yet. Um, Also really fun to listen to. Thank you. Loving those compliments. I will take it. I will receive it. So yeah, I have that kind of trauma and won't let anyone near me unless my twin comes in. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, again, was it you the other day that was like, look, send Beck the abundance she needs to have that session with me? And the thing is, right, that you can pay them up too. So do you know what I mean? Like I usually do that for people that I know a bit better, but you know, yeah, just if it feels like you're being really strongly pulled to me and that would help out as well, just let me know. So, but anyway, because unfortunately I do attract a lot of people with trauma in the area of sex, you know. So again, some of the words that I'm wanting to say right now, I don't think we're allowed to say, but yes, my Pluto in Scorpio in the 12th house, I can handle hearing very painful things and helping people transmute that pain. So your hope and optimism are a powerful love magnet for you right now. So keep being the star, keep shining, keep being the queen, keep being the king. Oh my God, we got the king with that card earlier. Keep being the king, keep being the queen, keep shining, keep irritating people's demons because it's attracting what you want and who you want. But it's also attracting demons. So be very mindful about who you let back from your past. Going to look up your shamanic video. Yes. Do you want me to, yeah, just go to the playlist. It's like called Shamanic Meditations, Shamanic Journeys, and pick one of the journeys on there, right? Because every video I do is a shamanic video, but they're shamanic journeys. So it'll feel like a meditation, but it's just pick one, right? And then and then see what changes over your life for the next 3 weeks and then come back and tell us. But say for instance, there's an inner child healing video. So yeah, just I wouldn't tell you what one to go to. Just go and see what you're drawn to. But just pick one. Don't like watch loads in a row because it's too much because you've got to then integrate the energy. We'll look at it at the end of the month. Work has been really good this month. Great. Well, yeah, just again, you can always email if there's anything you want to ask about the session. So right. Because remember everyone gets their first session um at the old price there. So you can just click on the links at the end. Right, okay. So for anyone else that's watching too, what else about what's happening here? Closure. Not all connections are meant to be, except closure. Somebody's closing out a connection with somebody that isn't meant to be for a twin flame. And that's basically the energy the whole weekend. So yeah, somebody's closing the door on a karmic lesson. Trust the magnetic pull of your twin flame. It will guide you towards them. So don't think that shows up on the thing. But love's greatest gift is the ability to truly understand one another. The X card didn't come out. What else? Oh my god. It's happening. Right, guys, I'm like, what the fuck? Look, twin flame union. I mean, I'm asking what's about. See what this is what I mean. This 7/7 portal is like seriously pulling in a lot of unions. Might not be this actual weekend, but holy fuck, man. What does that say? Passion. Keep the flame of passion alive. It's the heartbeat of love. Twin flame union. Heart, body, mind, and soul. Maybe that would be quite a good. Wait a minute. Where's that twin flame card? Again, people's egos will like the twin flame word twice, so So I mean, I'm not saying ego in a bad way. I'm just saying it will. You know, I mean, the twin flame thing will grab people's attention. Twin flame union. I don't think we need any more from that deck. Love, although the other card was love language, physical touch. A tender not touch means so much. Yeah, basically, that's a polite way of saying there's people be getting it on this Scorpio moon weekend. So if it's not you, you just focus on balancing your own energy. But some people are getting it on. Right. What have we got? What does the feminine want to say to the masculine? Because we've had cards from the masculine. Know your worth. If something feels off, it usually is. Holy fuck. Sorry. That has been the message consistently throughout the live streams lately and the videos, more so than ever. Something's off. I don't know what kind of red flags people have been involved with, but the energy's bad. Very bad. The shorts, especially for what I said in the shorts. I'm so proud to be your divine feminine. Separation is so hard, but it's making us stronger for union. We're invincible and unstoppable together. Sorry about the cringe there. Don't know what got into me writing that, but we're birthing the new earth. It's not easy, but we knew we could handle it. Wow. Look what I said about me being a new earth key code holder and anchoring the codes. They got me to say it because they knew that was going to come out. Right, let's use these ones. I've not used these ones for a while. This is a wee mixture. You speak to me through music, and I feel you leaving me behind. Yep, this masculine's coming in for union because they feel you moving on, they feel you leaving them behind, or they feel you're leaving, they feel you're moving on. They remember every detail of that day. Is that a painful memory? Is that a saucy memory? Is that an upsetting memory? I don't know. Upsetting is the same as painful, but they remember every detail of that day. If you had an argument, they remember every detail. If you had a spicy, saucy time, they're thinking about every detail, fantasizing, and they're afraid to contact you. I know that I crossed the line with you. It must be an argument for some people. I regret lying to you. I don't react when people mention you. I still love you more than you'll ever know. Look at the order. I replay conversations over and over. I'm terrified of you rejecting me. Basically, this person's terrified of you rejecting them because they rejected you at some point, and it wasn't the truth. But step by step, I'm becoming the person you deserve. And you're inspiring me to be a better person. Holy fucking shit, man. Loving that. Because the divine feminine said to the divine masculine, you're inspiring me to become a better person. But all the words kind of in that other card. And now the masculine saying it back to the feminine. Which is that's usually the way it's coming back. But yeah, I still secretly long for you. And I'm loving you from afar. Why would people do that? That's people that are with someone else. I'm scared of this intense love. I think I'll just read them all. I still want you even though I don't show it. I pretend not to love you, but I did and I still do. My biggest regret is letting you go. That came through. That could be the thumbnail too. That's the whole thing. My biggest regret is letting you go. Because this person's like, I don't know if I can get this back. But damn, they're going to try. That's what I can feel. So, These, right, I think, look, the temptation card is peeking out. I think this person did give in to temptation. That's already come out in this, isn't it? They gave in to temptation. Oh, that came out with that other. They gave in to temptation, but stay positive about your love life because it is manifesting what you want. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So if you're on your own, keep doing things that keep your frequency high. Keep away from people that are going to bring you down low, basically, or people coming out the woodwork. If they've not been there in your bad times, they don't deserve to be there in your good times. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is karmic people from your past. Learn the lessons. Don't let these people back. Because if you pay attention to that, like, look, there is a wedding. I did say that in this. I felt there's going to be a proposal. There's going to be a wedding. This situation involves marriage. So this is, but marriage is, the wedding card was also union. So we actually know that there's going to be a twin flame union. So there's going to be, yeah, it's a progression. So, and you could have been married in a past life. Look, new love, your past life, your past is returning in a new way because you loved yourself first. They're coming in to express their love. Look at what I knew when they were making me say that. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Yeah. So, but just remember what's behind all of this. This person is coming forward to make a romantic gesture, but they've had to push through like some very heavy emotions, or they're currently doing that. And it's because of how they've treated you in the past. So, you know your story kind of thing. You know why that would be. And going by all the other cards, maybe every fucker else knows your story because the gossip card came out for tomorrow. What you know. Right, so right. What else? What does the feminine need to hear right now? Karmic and heal. Yes, you've been healing from, my God, I wondered why I was saying, by the way, people really need to look out for shady pals coming back. Like, well, shady frenemies or fake friends, or it's not even, it's people from your past. So it's people that you were friends in the past, I feel, coming back because of what I've said, because that's what I was more feeling. Yes, exes, but it feels like this is jealous exes and people that are mad they can't be with you. Both of you, it feels like. But I feel there's people from your past trying to like reconcile with the Mercury retrograde coming up. And for both people, and you're being told not to let them in because you healed from that karmic. You healed from that karmic person. They hurt you. They weren't a good person to you. Don't let them back. Revitalize your heart. Notice the karmic lessons in the situation. It's a trick. Don't fall for it. Don't know who that's for, but I felt it very strongly. Masculine. Karmic. Same thing. See? Shuffled and it came out. Don't, especially for the masculine, it's male and female, do not go back to somebody that wasn't a wish fulfillment in the first place, because wish in reverse, karmic wish, will be your worst nightmare. That's look, again, they're just talking through me. You heard what I said. Do not go back to your that's what I feel it is. For divine feminines, I feel it's karmic friends for a lot of you that are trying to come back. For divine masculine, it's karmic pasts. It might be like somebody you've been involved with. Leave the past in the past. The wording's insane. Can you see that it says leave the past in the past? It's for both people though. I know why they done that. It's because of what I said. That's a perfect example. For a masculine, it's a romantic connection, however serious or not serious, trying to come back in. They've either tried or they're going to try. And that could be tied up with angry people that aren't, well, whatever all that shit's about too, but that could be something different. Feels like it's the same actually. And for the feminine though, it feels like a karmic friend or more than one could try to come back. And that's the mirroring, you see. If the feminine falls for somebody coming back from the past, a friend that isn't genuine, that's an energy vampire, guess who else will fall for something that should be left in the past? So again, they keep making me stress this. If you know that there's a likeliness of some kind of karmic friend or a few people trying to pop out the woodwork, don't let them back in. Leave the past in the past. Because if you don't, your twin might mirror it back by taking something back. That's how, honestly, like I get so geeky about that because I've noticed and again, a lot of it is energy wise. Anyway, I'm not going too deep into that, but what I'm trying to say is like I know, I just know it mirrors, and I know from my clients as well. It's like you've got to be so mindful. You've got to be on the twin flame journey. You've got to be really discerning of everything you do, right down to like everything. It's like, as a divine feminine as well, it's not wise to be like really unruly, like, going out and getting pissed all the time and try to run away from your problems that way, because they'll mirror you in that way too. But again, because even if you don't do that, some of them could still be stuck in doing that anyway. But it's going to up the chances of them doing it if you're doing it. You know what I mean? Whereas if you're not doing that and you're living a quieter life and a clean life and that way, and kind of, then it's going to hit, especially especially if the person's got addictions. They don't need to have addictions, but it kind of works like that. So it's not really, that's what I mean. It's not fair, but it's how it works. You've got to be mindful of everything you do. Um, Music. So again, there's clearly messages coming through music, rebirth, and communication. Yeah. Again, be very, very careful at this time. The masculine's going through a major come to Jesus moment, or they've already had that, a major tower. There's going to be a rebirth in this communication between the two of you. So if there hasn't been communication for years, there's going to be communication. If there hasn't been, if the communication, but if there hasn't been anything, that this is a time of healing. Like there's going to be breakthroughs. We've saw the union card come out, right? I think I think they want me to use this deck because I did get right. So this is some of the new Earth energy. Seeing as we've got the portal coming up on Monday, but I'm doing a live on Monday, so I'll talk more about that on Monday. The new Earth frequency. Let's see if the Sirius energy comes out. Blu-ray being, right? I don't know about you, but I am a Blu-ray being. So not everybody is a Blu-ray twin flame. So I think if you were one, you would know. Direct divine expression, bridge between dimensions. But I feel this is about a lot of the Blu-ray twin flames that are guides, guiding people through this process. So again, because I don't know who's watching, some people could be that watching. Take the next step, let go of the old paradigm. It is that. See what I mean? Like I'm a Blu-ray being guiding people to let go of the old paradigm, the old crumbling world, because my meditation that I've been doing for years says that. Let go of the old earth, let go of the old earth to connect to the new earth. Well, a Blu-ray twin flame to me is somebody that is incredibly honest, very connected to the different light beings, and like basically in the times of illusion that we've went through, like so say for instance 2020, a Blu-ray twin flame would have saw what that was all about from the get-go. That's a good example. So for anyone watching, if you knew that that was a load of shit right from the start, you're a Blu-ray, I would say. You know what I mean? If you're a twin flame. But you know what I mean? Like that's basically how I would say. I mean, Blu-ray twin flames didn't take part in the experiment, basically. But yeah, that's the way I'm going to explain it right now. Like we were trying to stop people from doing that shit. Yeah, healing. We're healers. Gentleness of love, realignment, transformation. God, they went a bit heavy on that, but it's because it's a Scorpio moon. Right. Right. One more from I'll read this from the book and then I'm gonna go. So love that for the thumbnail. Yeah, that was a while ago, wasn't it? One of my exes keeps messaging me. It's always tempting because I never hear from my twins. Right. That you're honestly everything you're saying is the masculine because it's like but that's good awareness. But I suppose it depends whether it's worth it or not. And I would say because you seem to be fast tracking the ascension, you'll know better than me, but it doesn't sound like it's worth it because you'll add more time onto the journey. But it depends if you've got karma to clean out with that person. But um love, life purpose. But when you're a twin flame, love is your life purpose. And your heart longs for your twin flame. Doesn't matter whether you're the feminine or masculine. Right. They're kind of the boring cards in that deck. Forgiveness. I forgive myself. I am forgiven. That's what this is all about. The group of masculines I'm channeling for, right? They need to forgive themselves. And that's what they've been working on before they can come in for the forgiveness from you. That's been a lot of the hold up here. But it feels like that's what a lot of them have been going through, or a lot of you. So meh, not too bothered with that ex, and don't go there. Don't go there. They are a distorted masculine, and you don't need that shit. Oh, what's look at the wee card that was sneaky in the book. That's just because that's what I pulled the last time. Look, intimacy. There's going to be an intimate bath coming up soon. Right. Or you had an intimate bath or a shower. That's what I channeled in the last one. So your own natural intuition and the genuine wisdom of your heart are here to guide you. At the deepest level of our existence, loving and being loved is a major part of our life purpose. We feel it within us all the time. Wait a minute, is the mic still working? Yeah, obviously, because you can still hear me. It dies. If you've never heard me say that, if I need people to tell me when it dies, so but people would because they'd be like, "Oh, I can't hear you," but maybe it's going to die with me saying that. So we feel it within us all the time. Our souls call for deeper connection, meaningful expression, the most powerful force in the basically that's what it is. The masculines now realizing their life purpose is with the divine feminine. If they didn't know it already, because some knew it already and they were scared. But that's what's coming through. This is what I mean. I don't think I'm bored, you know this. During those times in life, and you know, this is just a bit boring. Remember, you're part of a huge family here on Earth, connected to every living thing. Blah 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 blah. In order to attract the kind of love you want or rekindle love in the current relationship, it's necessary to be loved whenever you can. This is a higher life purpose for all of us. Trust that love is not an external thing that you must find and keep. It's unlimited and always within you. Okay, that was the life purpose. Where's the love card? Where is the love? Do 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 do. One of my best friends used to love that. We were really young, actually. Like really, that was our favorite. I always remember that. One of my friends I still got. So close your eyes and feel the pure raw energy of this creative life force. Is there any other word in our language that has so many meanings being overused and misused? We long for it and agonize over its absence. This is what this masculine group are doing. But what does love really mean? To some people, love is fidelity and loyalty. To some, it's about getting married. To some, it's about sharing. And to others, it's about obligation and what you owe to people who love you. And that's really what we're talking about here. This masculine didn't really know what love was, and now now they do. We use the word and conjure up the idea frequently, yet we see shallow expressions of love everywhere around us in the media and entertainment. You've drawn this card today because your angels and guides would like you to think about what love really is for you. It's important for you to make time to contemplate love and how you can create more of it in your life. If you'd like to attract a loving relationship or improve your existing partnership, you can make a beautiful beginning by going to the source of love first. You need never be short of love, tapping into the endless flow of love that infuses every atom within. Around you will provide nourishment for your soul and inspiration for your life. When you make time to contemplate love, feel the kind of love you desire and connect with universal love. You'll feel guided every step of the way by the greatest force I've ever created. Yeah, I told you it's the boring card. But hello, Barbie. Oh, that's a shame, Barbie. I'm literally just leaving. I was just going to pull another couple of cards, and then again, I say that, and I can sometimes be here for ages, but I think I might just do some tarot and then I'll leave. So let's do some tarot and then I'll do the word cards because the word cards then back up what I just said. So, no idea if my twin knows he's a twin. He's a staunch science guy, really anti-spiritual. Well, that's an interesting mix. That's why, again, that's why you're quite hard to pin because now that is sounding like you're the feminine, he's the masculine. So, but you've definitely lived out a lot of the masculine journey there with what you spoke about. But, right, what have we got? what do we need to tell the feminines that resonate with this, male or female? Let's go a little different, right? Because I do feel a lot of this could be like very like real time, whatever real time means to you, like within the coming weeks or even like a month's time, you know, but some of this is real time astrology. What do those feminines need to hear right now? Don't move on from that past love. I suspect because they're coming. A group was holding them back. But also look at that. That's Three of Pentacles in reverse to me, right? Always means like a karmic group. So I feel it's like karmic friends. There's something so strongly coming through here about do not let karmic friends back. Some of the feminines in this group, your karmic people haven't been lovers, it's been friends. So really that I cannot stress to you how strongly I'm feeling that within every fiber of my being. You might already know why this is, but you might not know. So just be really discerning, like you might don't like it anyway. It's like it's like you let somebody back in your life and you find out they fucked you over, like, and you didn't. It's something like that. But I think it's you'd already know. The Hermit. This is don't move on from your twin flame. You can't anyway. But it's like don't give up on them. Don't let karmic friends back in or karmic anyone. Don't let karmic family back in either if you're one of the people that watched that you had to cut out family. Because you cut them out for a reason. Cutting out a family member isn't an easy thing to do, and I've supported people with that. So unless somebody's shown real change in their behaviour and they've actually went and had a spiritual awakening, I don't like. And even I think the message is even with karmic friends, that's great for them, but you know, with whatever I'm picking up on here, it's not worth it for you. So you're allowed to make that decision for you. Yeah, look, pour all that love into yourself. They betrayed you. See what I mean? I'm creeping myself out. They're talking through me, but look, that's what I felt. It's like, don't move on from your twin flame. They're coming. Pour all that love in yourself. Don't let any karmic people back. You're coming out of a period of hermit mode. Don't let those people back because they betrayed you. Either you know they betrayed you or you're going to find out they betrayed you. Don't let them back. Follow your passion. Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. That's also about somebody passionately coming towards you for a new beginning. A Two of Cups. Love how I just said that and that came out. Wait on your Two of Cups. If this was yours, wait on your Two of Cups. Are coming. And that's why these fuckers are coming back too, because you can feel it. Don't let them back in. I don't care whether that's friends, families, exes, anybody from your past that you know don't let them in. They're trying to block that. They feel it happening for you. They betrayed you once, they'll betray you again. You heard what I said. Feminines. But it can be masculine. It can be the masculine feminine side too. So don't say I didn't warn you, people. That's coming through mega, mega strong. And I don't say the word mega. I don't know why I'm saying that. Is that relevant? Someone weird. I don't say mega. 22% battery. Virgo, my twin, yeah, cut off a lot of family last year. Sorry to hear that. That's not an easy thing to do, but I've got a lot of clients that have had to do that. And like I always say, if there's a way round mending the bonds hurt by pride between twin flames and between karmic anyone, family included, I help people do it. But unfortunately, I also attract a lot of people where the family are pure evil. Sorry, it's true. Like you'll know if you're watching this. Like definitely, like with one of the ones I done the other day, I thought of a few people that would be for. So it's rough. Again, and if you're one of the twin flames, it's not your family that you've got a lot of trouble with. You've probably had these karmic friends, so you'll know what one it is, or you've had karmic romantic lovers. So everyone gets different, different rides in this crazy journey, and I've helped people with all of this. So, and obviously I've went through bits and bobs of it all myself. So, wait a minute. I had to cut off a friend this week. She stole from me. Oh my God. Sorry to hear that. That's really rough. We're interracial too. Really hard to not give up. The logic in my brain says to just move on and date someone new. I'm done with the friend. Yeah, my family are actually evil. I'm sorry. See what I mean? I knew when I said that I didn't say it for no reason. Worked with too many people, sadly, and just in my personal life, I've met other people in that are twin flames that are like that. Amazing people, but the family like evil. That is the word that they keep giving me. Because that's not that, evil's a bit strong, but seriously, some of the stories I've heard, evil. Um, so I'm very proud of all the people I've ever worked with that have put up boundaries with family like that. You know what I mean? None of this blood's thicker than water. No, not if they're treating like shit. Not if they're evil. Bye. And they don't even need to be evil. If they're just disrespecting you, being horrible, why hang about? You know what I mean? Life's too short. Go and make soul family, if that is your experience. Yep, evil is dead on. So sorry to hear that. And thanks for sharing that, because see, when some of you do that, it's very vulnerable and it helps other people feel less alone. Because I'm not kidding when I say I help men and women that have that experience. My stomach is rumbling, telling me it's time for a snack. It's also because it's time to go. 21% too. So someone's come full circle. Karmic lessons. Again, they keep stressing, don't let the karmic lessons back. Right. They're trying to block your blessings. There's a union coming. We've seen that with all the other cards. So why would it's like, see it this way? I'm talking about the energy so sensitive right now. If people from your past that aren't your twin flame, romantic or friends or family, whatever, an old job that wants you back, whatever it is, why would you let something or someone like that fucked you over once or loads of times, whatever this is about, come in and be a barrier if you feel you're on the edge of union? Don't do it. Ignore I don't care if it's a text, a call, somebody at your fucking door, ignore it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's the devil coming and knocking to distract you. Pay attention, divine feminines and divine masculines. Right, okay. Oh, strong message. So what have we got then? Tell us where the masculine's at, but that was also the masculine's emotional side. So pay attention to masculines, that if you're easily manipulated or that, don't fall for it. It's interesting. I'm feeling it very strongly. For the feminines, male and female, it's karmic friends. For the masculine, I think it's karmic exes. But take it as it resonates. It could be swapped about. What have we got for the masculine? Snack and drink water. Yes. Wait a minute. Actually, I'm going to. You reminded me that last time. You're obviously the. You're not the water boy. You're the water girl. You remind me to drink the water. That's hilarious. You done that the last time. But yeah, I was leaving that cold tea. Um, I can agree. I'm not 100% spiritual, but I can feel this crazy energy. I cannot explain it with logic. Yes. I don't like the word spiritual anyway. Spiritual is different to different people. What's spiritual to one person is different to another. Like, I've got a friend that she would consider spiritual, like being out in the garden and, you know, planting things. And I don't know, like, she would consider that spiritual, but she doesn't like any of this. And then I've got loads of other friends, obviously, that are spiritual in the way of like cards and guides and God, and and then I've got other friends that are just about God, and they're not as keen on the tarot. So it's just everyone's different. That's why I'm not keen on the word spiritual, but I know what people mean when they say it. So, but it's always good to get people to define what it means to them. The water sign reminding you to drink, exactly. The double water sign, yes. And thank you. Right, so see, no man is an island. I need the soul family to remind me. So, what have we got for the masculine? Maybe the masculines don't want to say because it's like they're wanting to surprise. No, they don't want to say because they're in depression. That's come through the whole time. I keep saying depression too, so that must be really resonating with some. Five of Cups is depression. It's like loss, grief. This masculine's either still really not in a very good place right now, or they haven't been. So that yeah, they don't feel like rushing in right this second. Although we've seen some are. some things are happening for some people. Some people, this is their past and they're through it, but some are still in it, and some of that is you. Yeah, they're just, sitting on the grass, working shit out, working out what offer to come forward with, having a bit of a daydream. That card reminds me of that song. I'm in a field of dandelions, wishing on everyone that you be met. Right. I don't know what the fuck it is tonight. We're giving me all the songs that I can't sing, but that one, dandelions. I can't, literally, I'm not even going to try. I can't sing that. Yeah, look, that feels dreamy too. Page of Cups. After someone gets out of this, if they're not in that, if they're not, wait a minute, if they're not already out of it, sadness, loss, grief, depression, again, could be due to actually losing someone, but it feels like the loss of this connection, amongst other things. They'll be coming forward to apologise. That's sending the call through the shell. Could be something about beaches here. Actually, there could be something about a beach because there's shells on that one and that one. Look. There is a lot of beach scenes on these actually, but that's and also now what they're saying is that's the feminine, especially if you're a female. You're sad thinking they're not coming, and then that's they come in to apologise. What else? To give you the world. Ace of Pentacles. That the Ace of Pentacles is not like, oh, here's a little gift. That's like, that's something big. That can actually be like, big things like what I've mentioned in this. That can be, it'll be different for different people, but I feel it's like this person wants to come forward with like, like, look, I've been thinking about this for a long time. This is what I want. I don't know if you want anything like this with me because I've taken so long and you don't know what's been going on, but this is, this is what's been going on. This is how I feel. I want, yeah, look, I want the 10 of Pentacles. I want to build a legacy with you. That's my little card that reminds me of James Arthur because of the little couple. I don't know when I do it so fast. I don't know if you can see. But look, I want to have it all with you. That's a song. I want to have it all with you. Is that? I think that might be biblical. Why can I not remember it? Wait a minute, I need to look at it. I can't remember it. I love that song and I can't remember any of the words. Like I used to, and I kind of honestly, that's another one that if that gets in my head, I'll be fucking walking about singing it again. Let's see. I think it's that. And then if it is biblical, even if it's not that song, but I think it is, that's Mary Magdalene and Jesus. So it's the unions that are heavily protected by Mary Magdalene and Jesus. And that's why there's a lot of jealousy and karmic people try to come in to stop it. Didn't know that I'd fall so hard. Then my feet left the ground. Gravity don't make no sense when you're around. I come up against myself when demons in my head get loud. I don't know how you do it, but you turn them down. Wait a minute, that's not the bit I'm hearing though. What was I saying? I want to have. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, it is that. I thought it was. So won't you give me tonight and the rest of your life? I wanna have it all with you. I wanna have it all with you. So won't you give me tonight and the rest of your life? Anyway, go and listen to that song. It's beautiful. Callum Scott. Cause your love is biblical. Biblical, it's biblical. If you ever go to pieces. Oh, yeah, I can't sing it. I'm just getting fucked off for this. I don't know why I'm getting all the ones I can't sing. You know what I mean? Some ones I'm all right at. No these. No any of the ones I've come out. So anyway. The water sign, well, yeah, absolutely love tarot, but I'm a physics lover. Oh, interesting. Love all the songs. Why does he not communicate it then? I'm struggling to understand why he would fumble me like he did. Barbie, again, once again, I have to remind you, this is not a personal reading. So it's like I have to remind you that all the time. But in general, they don't communicate because they're stuck in the pain. Do you know what I mean? And it's like something stops them from communicating. I know Callum Scott is amazing. All his songs are great, aren't they? And then I always like find ones that I didn't know, and I'm like, oh, when did this come out? And it came out ages ago. Um, Callum Scott and James Arthur songs, they're all amazing. He just writes about really relatable stuff. I miss him so much. Oh, I know you miss him. I know. I miss mine too. And Beck misses her. We all miss them. We miss you, person that is our person. Um, Mine fumbled me too. Humans be human. That part, yeah, that part. Oh dear. Queen of Swords. So again, it's like, look, this is I know what they're saying. Look, this person wants to come in and offer you things that they didn't offer you before, which I think is just a fucking conversation to start with, right? But this person's got a lot more in their mind than that. But they're like, oh, are you going to be Queen of Swords? Are you going to have your boundaries up? But like I always say about this card, that's the shamanic Queen of Swords. She's like, look, I've got my drum, right? You know, I'm going to be drumming away all the negative energies that are trying to get back in, but I don't see you as that. And I think that's come through this whole thing. And that's why this person's like, how do I get to there? That's where I want to go, but how the fuck do I get there? So that could even be emotionally, like, how do I get there? I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to share my feelings. And they could have taken a long time because that's the Knight of Pentacles. This could have taken years, more than likely. But the secret's coming out. So the secrets are coming out. The secrets always come out on the Scorpio moon, but also this could be about the full moon in Capricorn because that is coming up very, very soon. That is actually, what day are we on now? I'm totally lost in this. So yeah, that's for Thursday. So I'll be doing a live stream that night. Tower moment, yeah, tower moment. Basically, the Capricorn is also karma, and it's karmic lessons, it's karmic rewards. I feel, karma's coming for the karmic people, basically, and there's going to be shocking secrets coming out, and that's also shocking tower moments, but good ones too. Yeah, bored people. So again, the masculine's bored and discontent about wherever they've been, and they want a lot with you. The Hierophant, again, we're talking serious commitment here. They want to come out of the cold and they want to move on from wherever they've been. They see you getting away and they're like, oh no, you don't. That's the card that always makes me piss myself. Because it is like he's like, my feminine's getting away, but I'm going to go after her. Or sometimes I see it as that's a karmic person that's fucked off and they're like, I'm happy about it. However you see it. But yeah, your light is guiding this person home, guiding them out of conflict to victory. They're coming in passionate. They can't move on either. But look, they can't move on from. Oh, I just spat on the card. Spat on the card. They can't move on. They can't move on from betrayal, but I think unfortunately they're finding it hard to move on from how they betrayed you. They're going through a huge ego death about how they treated you. And they want to come in and make that up to you. Yeah, look, this person can't sleep at night. So whatever they done to you, it was bad. Like it's caused them a lot of grief and trauma. So be gentle with them because they're a wounded warrior. But they're coming in to finish the cycle for a new beginning. Wow, that's amazing. World card followed by the Fool. They want to close the cycle on the bullshit and start a new beginning. Your luck's changing. That's the person coming in. Message. Turning up at the door. Call. They've healed enough. Literally, they're just having a coffee before they move. The guy having a coffee. Anyway, let's now see if the message cards fit. If I've got time, because 16. Look, 16% power. 16% power moments happening right as we speak. Literal power moments. I can feel it. That's hilarious. I know. I always channel these cards hilarious. I don't know what bit, but it's all hilarious. I just find all those cards hilarious. Right, so luck changing would be lovely. It will. Believe that your luck is changing and it will. If you sit feeling like it's not going to change, it won't. It's as simple as that. I don't love everything about the law of attraction, but that bit is true. Like, it's like, say if you're having a night where you really like, a lot of people will be having that kind of night tonight and all weekend, to be real, Twinflame journey or otherwise. And it's like, if you're having a night where you can't, I can't believe it's 10 to 1. How the fuck did that happen? But if you're having a night where you can't stop crying and, you just feel the worst ever about whether you're upset about your twin flame or you're upset about whatever else, do what you know will kind of help you feel a little bit better. Like, so for me, if I was in that kind of, if I was up, just feeling really shit and really upset with something, I I just need to like stay in my jammies. I need like a blanket, and I need to watch like repeats of like not just Love Island, but it would probably be Love Island, so, like old episodes of TV or like films that make me laugh or like films I haven't seen because I like watching I love watching films I've seen loads before, but I love watching ones I haven't seen as well. You know what I mean? Because it because then I'll be more present. I'm less likely to sort of fuck about on my phone and stuff. You know what I mean? So escapism, Whereas for other people it might be like getting out, actually, or going out a walk in nature, or just be kind to yourself and do at least something. Like don't or like, here's a really simple thing. If you've got sage, smudge yourself. A lot of people can forget that. And actually, a lot of other healers, I've had sometimes when I'm feeling like that, it takes me a couple hours before I'm like, why haven't I smudged? Do you know what I mean? Like, clear your energy. Because especially in my case, because sometimes I can be picking up on somebody that isn't me. But, it's not always someone else. Like, I know when it's me. So, and it's amazing how much better you can feel after you actually smudge and clear the energy. Right. So after we've all the tarot, let's see if some of these cards match up, and then I'm going to get going because I'm hungry and I want to watch Love Island, and it's the weekend, yay! As much as I love doing this, so and again, not that I'm not again I'm doing fuck all, but that's how excited. See what I mean? Some people get excited to go out and party. I get excited to do fuck all. And if you heard my story about when I was going to go out at Christmas with my best pal, and when it came down to it, I was like, I really don't want to go. And she was, and you know what I mean? She was going out for me. Like she's no bother. And I was just kind of like, I'll go if you want to go. Like, but I actually really don't want to go. Like, if I go, I'm forcing myself because I feel like I have to because I never go. I don't want to go. And she was like, fuck it, we're not going there. She didn't say fuck it. She doesn't really swear that much. But you know what I mean? And that was me being true to myself. Whereas, I'm very dependent on my mood. Like, because other times, again, that's not a good example, but but that's because it was planned, Like, say, for instance, like if it actually comes down to the festival time and I'm like, I actually don't want to go out, like, or I could, what I kind of want to do is I want to go out, but I don't want to drink like that. I'm gonna, but I will. So it's like, I don't know, because I'm not there yet, and But anyway, we were always watching the same thing, listening to the same music, hang out the same places. I keep getting reminders down the street signs. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I've told you before, I've said before on here that there was before I came off Facebook. So this is how fucking long ago it was, because I've been off my personal Facebook for like 10 years. Yeah, 10 years this year. But it was like long, so it was like way before 10 years. It was longer than 10 years ago, basically. Um, and like I had just been watching Geordie Shore, and the minute I put up something about the girl's perspective, he posted something about the guy's perspective. I just thought it was really funny because if anybody had us both as friends, they would have saw that it was like the exact same second, and it was funny because the dynamic that was going on was a bit similar. Like it was like the girl had caught the feels and the guy liked her too, but one wasn't enough kind of thing. So it was quite interesting. But it was it's interesting in the context. But I more mean it. It's like we would post things at the same time quite a lot, even if it was about something totally different. I'm like, that's fucking weird. Um, and yeah, there's like you noticed the other night, there's loads of stories like that. But yes, so many reminders. Hilarious. It can be quite entertaining at times. Right, so I've been working on myself and I'm not the same as before. That's why I love doing the tarot and then the message cards. That's come through. This has come through too. I'm afraid I walked away, but I intend to come back. My concern is, will you be there when I do? I was running from myself. Fucking hell, I've totally channeled that too. I'm planning, I fantasize about showing you off to my family and friends. I want everyone to see us together and how happy we are. I'm so proud of you. That's that 10 of Pentacles. I know that won't resonate with all of you because, again, some of the people try to hold this person back might have been the might have been the friends and family. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, I'm excited. I'm looking for, oh my God, this is like the James Arthur song. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to our future. I just need to let go. I just need to let the past go first. Please wait for me. Again, the past could still be the present for some, and they're released in the past. The twins always reunite. Beck, why the fuck are you coming in with the big time questions? If you're doing the work, that's how I would answer that. Because I think sometimes people answer that too simplified. If you have genuinely been doing the work to balance your own energy and releasing the outcome of how you need or want it to be and being too controlling. Basically, if you're learning all your lessons and being as vigilant as what I've spoke about on this, like you need to pay attention to everything. You know what I mean? There's no fucking cutting corners. Like, I feel if you go out and get really pissed and self-sabotage and make an arse of yourself, you'll more than likely find out they done the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, and so it's if you do that all the time, they'll do it all the time. It's if you know there's a friend in your life that is a shitty pal, but you keep ignoring it because you've been friends for like 30 years or something, they're going to keep somebody around them. Either could be exactly the same, or they will, or worse, they could keep a karmic lover around them. That looks, I mean, it's like you've got to, and none of these things are easy to do. So that's why that's why it's a hard one to answer. I'd love to say yes, all twin flames reunite, but it can take such a long time for some people. And because I have worked with some twin flames that are like in their 70s and stuff, and so again, that's what I mean. If you think some of the twin flames like myself that have been on this journey, like, when there's like 10 years gap and, whatever, like, big pig, that could be relevant, but, big, like, again, pigs could be a power animal or something here because I was about to say big, but anyway, it's because I'm losing my words. But there's people I've met that it's like they've been holding the frequency for so long and going through stuff that it's like, but all I'm going to say is I actually do still hold faith for some of those twins that I've worked with. It's not, I don't think it's unlikely. I think there's miracles that can happen because I'm just thinking of one person in general. I'm thinking of an older person. Sorry for calling you an older person if she watches this at any point. I don't think she will, but she might though. But it's like where her mind was so closed off, like she's the masculine, her mind was so closed off to that ever being a thing. And then after we done a bit of work together, she was, all the things were, memories were coming back about the past, dreams. She was having happy dreams and memories about him. Whereas before, like, she like, and the thing that was quite strange is, like, again, this is all anonymous, but what I'm sort of saying here is just my energy alone, because I hold that yin yang frequency, and because I'm a genuine twin flame healer, it's my life. It's like my frequency will just remind real twin flames about their twin flame. So it's not, it can be uncomfortable for people, and I do get it. If you're living a lie in general, I'll probably make you feel uncomfortable. So that's why a lot of people have moved away from me, because a lot of people are living a lie. But people just if people are fucking me over, they'll get removed from my life. You know what I mean? Like they'll do something to fuck it up, or I'll sense it and cut them out. Again, I don't cut people out lightly out of my life. So if someone's been cut out of my life, they've done something to get cut out. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why I don't let people back. And there's lots of people on that list. But yeah, the point is the person I'm being shown right now, they are a lot older, you know, and yeah, I still hold, yeah, I hold people like that in my thoughts, but it's kind of like by that point, people have just moved on and let go anyway, accept what it is. But that, you know what I mean? So who knows? So again, that's not everyone, guys. I'm just giving a different perspective on it. That it's like you've got to just go by your own journey. You know what I mean? And all I know is if you resonate with being a true twin flame, your heart literally yearns and longs for that person. As a divine feminine, that's how the divine feminines feel, true divine feminines. So it's not as easy as, oh, I'll just hold out for, my divine masculine isn't doing the work. So I'm going to hop off at soulmate avenue, or I'm going to get it on with this kingdom spouse, or, you know, I'm going to, all of these kind of terms, you know what I mean? It's not my experience anyway. So I can only share from my own experience and what I've helped other people with. And it's, you know, you do you boo kind of vibes, but I hope what I share helps, you know, people. And I know that it has publicly and when I help people personally. But just keep working on yourself and loving yourself. And it's okay. You know, it's good to ask these questions. It's not a bit like I said, it's not an easy question to ask. I found on this journey, I've discovered trauma I didn't even know I had. Massive breakthrough last night. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and the thing is, you'll look at it, like, see, because my intention for the trauma, because I'm calling it twin flame trauma release, those extra videos, I hope to hear quite a few people having those breakthroughs. So, you know, especially, you see, if you had a massive breakthrough last night, I wouldn't be surprised if the one I've channeled for tomorrow is yours, because that is the one earlier I was saying I feel that's yours, but you'll know better than me. If nothing else comes out of this journey, I needed that. See, you're talking like a masculine right now. I feel a lot of I've spoken to a lot of masculines that feel like that. Because even, but I'm not the masculine. Even I be like that. Like I always say that. Like if nothing ever happens to me and mine again, I'm just really glad of the memories I've got and the time that I spent with them. You know what I mean? It's just the only thing I would say is I wish something in me knew that I wasn't going to get those, you know, the time that the, you know, that was going to be that the last time I saw him was going to be the last time. Do you know what I mean? Like that. Like, but yeah, we'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when. Just popped. I think my grandma just started singing that to me. My grandma always used to say, "What's for you won't go by you." Aye, but it takes a long fucking time. Do you know what I mean? It takes a long fucking time sometimes. But anyway, moving on. So, twin relationship is so difficult. It is. It is very painful, and only true twin flames know that. Karmic relationships are very painful too. So, you know, but the difference is your twin flame will push you to grow and evolve and change into a better version of yourself eventually. Karmic partner will keep dragging you down and down and down, and you'll become somebody that you don't even recognize anymore. You know what I mean? They'll hold you back. So I'm ready for commitment. Yeah, we saw that. This masculine group are, they want commitment. They want the Ten of Pentacles, whether that's marriage and shit like that or just union together. But I know that we have a soul connection. Yeah, they do know that, and they feel you. I've been feeling you close to me, especially at night. Can you feel me the way I'm feeling you? I can't let go. God, I felt that. Wishing you knew the last time you saw them would be the last time. Yeah, it wasn't technically the last time because I've seen them from afar. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, you deserve better than them. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I wasn't there when you needed me. I wanted to be, but I was afraid of letting you down. You know what I mean? It's just I ran because I wasn't ready for you. It's just like for me, like the you know, the best memories. Well, it's not even actually it's not even the best memories because that wasn't a good memory, but it was. Yeah, let's go with that example. It's like the best memories when we were happy and we're having fun, and it's, you know, kind of when he's left, and I'd be like, "Oh, no," you know what I mean? And I'd be all excited and that. I don't know. I like my memories, you know, but most of my memories are happy with mine, but not all of them. I'm hopeful. I hope we can put the past and the bad times behind us and start again. I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I hope that you can forgive the error of my ways. I was naive and childish. Your Mac will sleep soon unless plugged into an outlet. They're waking up. They're being unplugged from the matrix. Right, I'm going to go because it's going to die. Anyway, Scorpio moon always gets me into old lady mode, kind of like old lady chats, you know, deep and meaningful, and especially because you're a Scorpio. So, but yes, thank you, Barbie and Beck, and anyone else that's been watching but not talking. Love my loving lurkers too, and loving haters. I send you love and prayers to heal, because watching this deep into it, that really would be an online stalker. So, 3 hours 48 minutes. So that's just for the ones in the back that haven't got the good intentions. But anyway, yeah. So on that note, I'm gonna wish you all a lovely weekend. Please just be you're very welcome. Be very mindful of what I said. If you've got anyone in your life that is a bit tricky, or dare I say even, I don't know, unpredictable, maybe give it a wide berth, you know. So I don't even like that. So I don't say that saying. I've got loads of people in my life that do, but swerve it, you know. Like, people are a bit, this is volatile energy, and it's but there's a lot of exciting energy too. Like I said, there's going to be lots of unions coming about if you've moved through all the bullshit kind of thing, you know what I mean? But just let go of the timing. But there's a lot of makeup, shake-ups, breakups, so who knows who's going through what out there. But I'm going to go and see what the makeup, shake-ups and breakups are going on in Love Island, and I won't be at all surprised if they've all fucking done swapsies again, because it seems to be that. So but anyway, I will see you on Monday. So I'll see you on Monday for what will Monday be? Monday will be Sagittarius moon in the 9th house, adventure. And so the adventure begins, springs to mind. And when the teacher is ready, the student will appear. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. I'm like, yeah, that's how it is. And mediumship Monday too. So, but we already had a bit of mediumship coming in. But yeah, sleep well, and I'll see you when I see you. And oh my god, I'm trying to find how to end this, and I can't. Do you know what? See, when that happens, I'm trying to find how to end it, and I couldn't. I found it now, and I couldn't find it. So I think maybe that's symbolic of people trying to find the courage to end situations that aren't good for them. So thank you. You have fun too, and I'll see you later. Bye. I've done it. Okay, there it is. See you later.